Now don't go live yet. Mike did.
What? What happened?
Never mind.
Mike what?
I was gonna say the mic was in front of Kenan, but
Oh, it's just in front of his shirt.
doesn't matter.
I mean, you can't get.
Yeah, I
can't
think it's
get
in the
rid of that.
shot regardless.
We established, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, unless we like.
Yeah, fuck it.
Kind of got like the Milky Way going on in the back.
Alright.
Spinning.
This is actual Hubble telescope footage, I guess.
Oh, fuck
apparently.
yeah.
Well,
dude.
that telescope's not real. So.
Oh, here we go. Immediately. All right.
You know, NASA's
Yeah,
Hebrew for
telescope.
deceive. So he's like, nah, we ain't going there.
Yeah, fucking episode number 8.
Oh, yeah.
We got Devin on today. Devin Leando.
What's up, fellers?
Dev, what's good?
Oh, just here, you know. But who's really here? You know?
You're here.
Yeah, today,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Made the long trek from Westland. Hit rush hour traffic on the way here.
Hometown.
It was moderate. Not mad about it. Absolutely.
Shouts out to Westland. The best place, dude. Fucking Westland.
Literally the place to be. It says it on the sign when you enter the city limits.
Dude, those fucking weird ass signs they're putting around everywhere,
Yeah,
like that direct you around town.
Do you see the ones that direct you to historical Norwayne? Oh, I find those hilarious. And the business district.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a business district in Westland, and I've lived
Friend-
there my whole fucking life.
Where is
Friendship
that even
Center.
at?
What the fuck is a friendship? Like, tell me where the Friendship Center is in Westland and why there needs to be a sign that directs you to the Friendship Center.
Well, it is on Newburgh, and it's where the old people hang out, but why the hell would... they don't even drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. Yeah, I don't
Crazy.
know. Oh, and the library. I don't know if you've been there recently. Fucking ghost town. Absolutely. Not many readers in Westland.
I probably owe the library money still from like back books.
You still got some books out from like '09. Like,
I mean, I gave them back, but they're probably like late fees. I don't know if they get rid of those.
I mean, that just seems illegal for them to charge you late fees that you paid for with your taxes, you know,
Right.
books,
Right.
physically. Like, I don't know.
You'd think, but
They
Absolutely.
should
They're
have to have proof that someone tried to come in and rent that book while you had it.
Right, like,
you
give
know
me
what
a
I mean?
break.
Like how much money they lost out on.
Nobody's trying to get this copy of the Boxcar Children that I've had out since 2006. You know.
A grown ass guy. Do you have holes? No. An 8-year-old has it out. All right. Another week later, like, hi. Do you have holes? They made a movie about. He adds stuff at the end. They made a movie about it, just in case you didn't know what book I'm referring to. It's still out.
They survived off onions, you know. In the movie and book.
Oh, great movie though. You know, there was a kid in it named Zero. You guys remember that guy?
Yeah.
Weird looking motherfucker
Right.
for sure.
man, isn't
Fuck
he?
that
He's
movie.
doing some
Yeah,
shit
he's
still.
shit.
I think.
I seen a picture of him and his family on Facebook, and believe it or not, they look fucking identical. The entire family all look like Zero. Like, man, woman, child, grandmother.
It's a whole weird family full of zeros.
Absolutely.
And that's all we think of him as, unfortunately, is that character. But he's he's got a family.
Name
There's a
another
person.
movie he's been in.
He's actually I seen a movie that he was in. I couldn't tell you what it is, but he's still doing stuff. Yeah, this dude.
Oh yeah, Walking Tall. Totally forgot.
Roll bounce.
Absolutely, he was totally in Walking Tall.
He's got a category, man. He's getting paid from movies still.
I wonder if he's still getting residuals.
From holes, for
Dude,
sure.
you remember the movie School of Rock?
He got
Did
merch.
you recently see about the guitar player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
He's from Michigan, right?
yeah, he
It's
really.
actually Fish's buddy.
Of course he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, dude, that guy really fell the fuck off, man. He's
Right.
got felony charges in Florida for theft.
Right.
Yeah.
Stealing guitars.
Stealing guitars.
Fish was telling me about it, yeah.
Literally
Was he
just like,
stealing?
yeah, he was getting guitars from like, guitar
Guitar
centers
Center.
and places like
Right.
that and playing them, and then he'd walk out the front fucking door with them, just like,
Right.
that's my guitar now. Yeah. And then selling them for drugs. Like that's
Oh
yeah.
shit.
Works out.
Major
There you
part
go.
of that article. Yeah.
You think he has to like he's trying to get on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew?
What, like that's his application video?
No. No, I was gonna
what
say,
he's
you
working for?
think he's relevant enough? Like he has to fill out a form? Like,
Shit,
what have you been
man.
in? What was the last thing? What was that movie? Gross. And he's
I
not
don't-
even qualified for that shit.
Right.
The shitty show on VH1.
I was gonna say I don't think you can even be like qualify if you were a kid star that only starred in one movie that was specific to like you playing guitar in it or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Really typecast on that
Right.
one, you know?
Like, really fucking pigeonholed yourself there, dude.
Right. Like,
Did you even have any lines on that movie? A couple, but I had a lot of sweet
Played a
licks.
bunch of AC/DC riffs.
they're like, how do you turn that into money? Like,
Probably didn't- he didn't want to do the movie.
right. His dad probably forced him, the same person who forced him how to learn how to play the guitar. So that's just kind of a sad story.
Right.
Really.
I actually fucking got drunk with that kid one time.
No
and
shit.
I did not know it was him until I put it together in my head, and I was like, this is a grown-up version of this kid from School of Rock.
Where were you?
I was at my friend. I mean, should I start name dropping a bunch
No,
of people?
no, what I
just
mean
my
is,
friend-
what
I was,
was-
I was at a friend's house, just
Sure.
night casually fucking drinking, house party ends.
Do you have friends that don't want you to know that you were hanging out with this
no,
guy?
I mean,
What's the deal here, dude?
I just don't want to go like being like, oh, it's this person, blah
I know,
blah
I'm
blah.
just
blah.
kidding, I'm
Everyone was
kidding.
underage drinking
Anyways,
at this
yeah.
party. Like,
No, I was of age, I was chilling, fucking kicking it, and this dude's chilling, and I was tanked, so I was just sitting there like thinking in my head like, this is definitely this kid,
right.
and then
like
it
staring at
ended
him.
up, it ended up for sure being this kid.
You're fucking kidding me.
And that's all. As far as it went though, but still, it was crazy coincidence that just kid from School of Rock just showed up to this house and was just like, "What's up, guys?
Right. What was
You
his?
guys got anything to drink?"
Was he saying like? Did he?
He was
did
just
he
trying
say
to run
it
all the
I was
alcohol.
literally just gonna say what was his vibe, you know,
Yeah.
like just be like, hey, you like Jack Black or like,
Like-
you know what I'm saying, like,
He was just trying to party, man.
Right.
That was his MO. Like, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
fucking like, dude.
it looks like that
Out
hasn't
here, let's
changed much
party.
either, considering you know
Uh,
he's stealing guitars for drug money. So,
he was cool though.
He
He was
sounds-
chill, dude. But he
Ah.
was trying to party.
Well, you can't be stealing fucking
I was
guitars.
just gonna say he was cool only because you guys didn't have a guitar in the house at the
'cause,
party.
yeah, you would have had one less guitar by the end of the night.
that guy at the fucking party. Like, oh man, hey, who's this? And just picks it up and starts playing.
You guys ever hear
Worst person at the
Wonderwall
party.
or you know?
He said anyway.
We asked.
Check this out.
Right.
I'm like, all right, man. Fucking party's closing out. You gotta go. Oh, just hold on.
You guys got any more drinks or you know?
Mind if I switch the tuning on your guitar? I mind you being here right now. That shit's always funny when fucking child actors hit rock bottom.
Completely fall off the deep end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's also funny. Like, why is that funny to think about? Why is that funny?
wow. No, I guess seeing somebody at the pinnacle of their success so young, and then you know doing. I mean,
Because is it because there's a lot into it that you think that maybe the parents might have forced them into it?
Oh,
and, like, always
abso-
missing out on things, and that's why
absolutely.
they're like they turn into that. right?
100%. You know, I mean, it's like
That makes sense.
you spend your whole childhood, you know, working a career, and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot to be a kid, and then you know, once supervision's gone, you pretty much
Right.
you're left to your own fucking devices at that point. You know, no coping mechanisms, nothing. It's a bad time. Yeah. But I mean, is it fun to watch as a third party? Oh, absolutely.
Hilarious.
Just makes me feel better.
Right.
Yeah,
Right, like it's like a self-esteem, confidence boost, you know, as like a normal person, I guess.
It doesn't really make me feel better. Now I'm sad.
What are your opinions on Demi Lovato? You know,
I don't know who that is.
I like that you don't know who that is.
I don't either.
I do, and I guess
Who is
What
it?
is she known for?
I don't know. I don't like. I know she's famous and she sings songs, and she's the one that totally OD'd this summer.
And died.
No, it was like Twitter news, but it was right around the Mac Miller thing, so they were kind of comparing the two, like, you know, why is it a tragedy for one and then, you know, fuck you for the other. You know?
Right.
Who is the fuck Demi?
Demi. Yes.
Demi Lovato was getting Fuck yous.
Oh yeah, the Twitterverse totally just drug her through the goddamn mud for that.
I don't know who is she a Disney star or some shit?
I want to
Like
say she is, and I wish I had more background for you because I honestly don't know what her reason for being famous is.
Crazy girls like Demi Lovato.
There we go.
That's the tie. I can guarantee you that crazy girls like Demi Lovato.
Oh, like like have her quotes in their Facebook and things like that.
You want to know what her first
I'm not gonna
appearance
go any
was?
further.
what?
Barney.
You're kidding.
As a kid. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Who else was in Barney?
Let's see.
Yeah, because there's a list of famous kids that were on Barney.
There's gotta be.
Probably.
There's gotta be.
There has to be.
Probably like Ryan Gosling or some shit.
Dude, you're probably not fucking wrong. He might have been like a Mouseketeer.
Selena Gomez.
Classic.
Don't know any of the other ones.
So that's 2.
The other ones are
so,
probably
yeah.
dead. So
That's information I could have definitely gone without the rest of my fucking life.
Debbie Ryan.
Whoever that is.
She played in the Jonas Brothers movie.
Oh, nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hannah Montana movie.
How about those
You're
Jonas
fucking
Brothers,
coming
those,
back,
right?
dude. Fuck the Jonas Brothers.
It's such a strong opinion.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
I feel the same way, honestly.
General consensus.
Enjoying my life. What up? Enjoying my life.
Yo.
What's the secret?
To what?
Enjoying your life, because that's his name.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
He's not, because that's his name tag. Nothing much.
Damn, what happened to your car? Enjoying my life.
Dealing with my car being hit. Hell yeah.
You should have logged on to your other
That sounds
username.
terrible.
Not quite enjoying my life.
Right. Sounds like you're pretty miserable right now.
You'll be alright, maybe.
Yeah, man. Shit changes or it doesn't,
Yeah, no, but
Either
honestly,
way.
honestly, no idea who Demi Lovato is, but she OD'd, and then
Yeah,
would
everybody.
they resuscitate her?
Yeah, they did, and everybody felt bad about it, and they're like, "Oh, poor Demi Lovato," and I'm just sitting here like, "You're a junkie. Let's not sugarcoat this shit,"
Poor Demi Lovato.
Right.
Get it together. Figure this out.
Dude, I totally totaled my car in Georgia and Atlanta, so I feel your pain, bro. The insurance shit, like dealing with out-of-state insurance, was a fucking nightmare.
Especially the South.
Because they're an at-fault state in Georgia, so it's somebody's fault, which makes it even worse. Because then it turns criminal. Like, great,
Right.
wonderful.
Just imagine the fucking old Dukes of Hazzard kind of sheriff shows up. What we got out here? Takes off his black aviators. Oh, he looks at your plate, Michigan, like, oh, your taillight's out too.
Like, dude.
What?
Actually, verbatim, that's exactly what happened. He had a really, really big mustache, and I was just leaving a Waffle House, and I was scared. I don't know if you guys.
Because nobody leaves a Waffle House fucking sober.
Nobody enters a Waffle House fucking sober.
Truth.
Like I don't know. You're like in Atlanta, Georgia, and like you get
I hit a Ford Fusion with a pregnant fat girl, which is probably redundant, and her skinny boyfriend, and it was just a nightmare. It really was. Like, no one even knew I was in Georgia at the time, so you start making phone calls like, "Why are you in Georgia?" I'm like, "We need to
dude,
get beyond
come
that
on.
part." Like,
did you get any peaches?
no, actually, I stopped in Savannah and I got my car stuck on a beach. That was interesting. And
stuck on a beach.
yeah, because I wanted to watch sunrise. 'Cause,
Right.
I was not allowed
When
to
the
drive.
tide comes in.
Yeah. I was on this place called Thibes Island, and I did get to see the sunrise, but then as that happened, I realized I had a rear-wheel drive car, and I went to get the old reversey, car got stuck, and I was calling AAA at 7 o'clock in the morning in Georgia to get your car.
Were they like, what do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was lots of questions being answered, and I was like, could you just take care of this before the police show up? 'Cause I know I'm not supposed to be here. So there you go. But yeah, Georgia's nice. It is. As far as aesthetically, very pretty state.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Not very smart people live there, but the place, it's pretty.
Right.
Yes.
I'd be down to go to Georgia.
I think
Georgia would be a place to visit.
I think
for
you
sure.
would like Georgia very much. Absolutely. It's
Take the fam.
it's
Take
super
the fam to Atlanta.
it's super racist. You know, it's like, believe it or not, like they're still stuck in the
He's
Civil
like, I
War.
think you would like it down there. It's super racist.
Like,
Didn't mean for that to come off that way. but,
No.
right.
No, I don't want to go to Georgia.
Right. Well, they probably wouldn't really like, you.
Me? No.
No. Go ahead.
I haven't been past southernmost point in the states. Was like Cedar Point.
Well,
yeah,
America's roller coast. Is that where
Yeah. No, hold on. I went to Miami
what?
once, but there's such a large Hispanic community. I just kind of blended in.
Oh, absolutely. It's the
Right.
Puerto Ricans and the Cubans.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And they all hate each other down there.
Oh my God! It's like there's a finite line in the sand, literally, because the whole fucking place is sand. But I'm not a fan of Florida, but their stories are hilarious. Like anytime you see Florida Man in a title,
Dude,
get ready for a wild ride.
there's so many Florida men.
I follow an Instagram account that's literally Florida people, and it's
That's funny,
hilarious.
dude.
Shout out to at
Oh,
Florida
shit.
people. Definitely check that out. It's funnier
Yeah.
than fuck.
That's hilarious.
Link me.
I will. I will shoot you the DM after the cast.
Do it.
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't really fuck with the South.
Florida seems like a culture. It seems like a different almost breed of the South. Just from what I know, I've never lived there. Just
I've
from what I've
spent
seen.
very small increments of time, over the last couple of years there, either on vacation or just passing through. And
Yeah.
it definitely seems like a place that you really don't
Fucking-
want to settle down and raise a family. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's
you're-
just, nah.
You're
you know?
you're either born into Florida or you're visiting Florida.
Or you're rich enough to live in southern Florida, one or the other. But
Yeah.
everything in between is, I'm not a fan.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't.
Disney World, man.
Disney World.
Disney World. Disney.
Never been. I would love to, though. It seems like the happiest place in the world from all the pictures.
Which one's the shitty one? Disneyland or Disney World?
The one in California is the shithole.
Alright. Are you sure?
So that's-
No, not
that's
at all.
land.
Right.
Is there a shithole one?
There's
Is
like
there
one
one
that's like
known for being worse?
there's like Disney. I feel like it's Disney World. It's the good one, and then Disneyland is like the smaller one.
Yeah, just because the land is
Right.
at it, so it's kind of like,
Right.
Restricting
But
the
world, it's
size
like-
of it.
yeah.
Right.
Land, world.
I mean, if the one in California sucks, that's kind of surprising because isn't it like
That's what I'm
in
saying. I think
Anaheim?
that's-
Because Anaheim's like a really fucking bougie
Right.
area.
The
feel-
land would make sense being the shitty one because it's the land, It's just
Right.
the fucking land of Disney. The world is in Florida. You got your fucking entire world of Disney. But I mean,
Maybe it is here because like Universal Studios is
That-
there.
They have a Universal Studios in Cali too.
Really?
they got 'em.
They got Busch Gardens in Florida, which I went to that one time as a child.
Like the weak ass fucking Cedar Point.
Oh,
pretty much.
it's when you're
Right.
poor. When you're poor,
Right.
you go to Busch
Right.
Gardens.
I've been there one time.
Yeah,
They got tigers and shit.
absolutely.
That's the coolest part about it is the fact that they got
it
some
makes
tigers.
sense though, too, because you're a Westland person. And instead of going to Disney, we went to
exactly.
Busch Gardens.
It's- you could get the 20% off coupons at the
Right.
grocery store.
They have a package for Westland people. They're like, oh, you're going to Florida, huh? Busch Gardens. Like,
That's funny.
depressingly accurate as well.
I can't hate on the place,
Oh,
Some
I don't.
Quality
I had a
rides,
great
whatever. Yeah,
time
come
at
on,
Busch
dude.
Gardens.
Don't hate on that place.
I'm not. I'm
There's
just,
some nice roller coasters, dude. Nice little couple.
I enjoyed it. I
10.
did, and they had like a bird sanctuary there. I remember, like where you could go in like an atrium type deal, and then
Right.
they had a bunch of birds flying around, shitting on everything, and I was like, dude, this is kind of fucking cool, Yeah. And they had the Clydesdales from the commercials, the Budweiser commercials.
Oh yeah.
Them horses are fucking
Yeah.
huge. I promise
yeah.
you that. Maybe it's because I was 10. They were so big, but they're probably still as big now.
You're just-
I mean, sadly, those horses are
They're
probably
probably
dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're for sure dead.
Fuck.
Who knows, man? Let's hope. Let's have hope for those horses, dude.
The horses at the
They're fucking
fucking
still
Busch
there,
Gardens,
dude.
dude.
They're
Are you
just
kidding
old.
me?
They're old.
You know how
as
much
beat,
beer those horses drink? Like,
Yeah, no, who am I kidding? They fucking went through 5 different generations.
oh, those horses are dog food.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Keeps them
you know.
running.
Well, he says
Should be
Florida's
people food.
Disney is fucking huge. It's like 5 cities big. Like that does sound fucking huge.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, enjoying my life.
Wow.
But
What kind of cities are we talking about here? You know, 'cause I mean,
right, I got yeah.
It's like 5 cities big.
Like,
that's
I don't
like-
even know who you are, dude. But my bad for reading like that. But you said Georgia and Florida 10 times, so that's
he's,
what.
he's
that's your voice.
assuming.
Disney's probably like 3 Westlands big.
I'm gonna start measuring everything in Westlands.
Westland's surprisingly big though.
It's huge. It borders 5 cities, which is like when you see Westland on a map, there is no thought put into the borders
Oh, no.
whatsoever. It's like a puzzle piece, literally, because you can be in Inkster and enter Westland 3 fucking times.
Right.
Like,
All right.
It's weird.
how does this work?
It's like back in the late 1800s. Fucking the mayor of Westland and the mayor of like the other surrounding cities had like shitty bets. Like, all right,
Right.
you sink this fucking shot, you can have that area. So then he sunk the shot, and they took a little bit.
So
the mayor of
over,
Westland's just like, fuck.
over several games of golf, they
Right.
drew out the borders of Westland.
Double or nothing. All right. Yeah,
I
fuck.
mean, honestly, that's probably what.
Oh, I believe me, I'm laughing because it's funny, not
Right.
because it's not true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Arm wrestling and shit. Like, come on, Canton, get it. It's like,
Canton's like, fuck it, we'll just be rich over here. Like, and see, I consider Canton rich because I'm from Westland. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're just burning shit down.
Perspective, man.
Yeah.
Ever swam near gators? Like, I mean, on purpose? Like,
yeah, in Red Dead Redemption 2, buddy.
absolutely. I fed a feminist to a gator in Red Dead Redemption.
Dang, look at them gators.
Dang. Johnny, I seen
Dang, Paul.
I seen this Photoshop. It's a Bangs fucking contain. Oh, you know, wait, wow, blank right there. It's a Bangs, you know, drink.
Can, yeah.
This motherfucker.
Can.
Dead on.
Container.
That's what I was looking for. Can.
Canister.
But instead of saying bangs, it says dang. And it's showing dirt on it. I thought it was the
Thanks.
funniest shit ever. Yeah, can. That's what we were looking for there, guys. Container. Oh, but ever swam near gators? Like, I mean, that's an odd question to ask for grown men. I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say no. Gentlemen?
No, absolutely
Yeah,
not. That's
me
dumb.
neither.
That's stupid.
No. I've seen them. I've seen them near in person in like in an environment that I shouldn't have.
How
They
close in
came up,
proximity?
Like me to, I wouldn't say my car. Like me to the doorway.
That's
'Cause
still
it's-
terrifying.
yeah.
That's a dinosaur.
But they're like, I mean, it wasn't anything that could have hurt me. I mean, it could have. Yeah, it could have fucking bit my foot off. But
right.
if I was anywhere near it and I wasn't putting myself in a fucking swamp,
Well, that's the thing with Florida too, though.
do people swim in swamps?
I'm sure dirty people do.
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
like trailer people. You know.
This guy clearly does.
Well, we're about to find out. Hey, enjoying my life. The whole. Have you ever swam near gators yourself?
Tell you what, you can't enjoy your life unless you swim with gators.
Dang.
I also have a follow-up question. Are one-piece bathing suits in Florida just overalls?
Same thing.
Well, his
You
answer
know what I mean?
was no,
'Cause-
his answer was no, but I'm assuming he answered both questions with the same answer.
No.
Well, Oshkosh by gosh, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. When I think swamps and gators and shit, I just think of like a hillbilly just with overalls on,
I think of the guy from
just like, oh,
The Water Boy. You know?
Like a denim one piece fucking
Yeah.
bathing suit.
that's
But
That would be
that's
so
their version of
constricting and
one-piece
just-
bikinis.
they
just-
just throw on the old overalls.
Right.
Hop in the
Let's
swamp.
go to the swimming hole. I love that the people that live in the northern United States have such a view of the people that live in the southern United States, like
Right.
with good reason though. You know,
No, they
like,
did that to themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, you have to be able to read if you live up here. It's weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
not-
I don't- it seems to be changing that trend. Reading.
It's not very popular amongst the younger kids. You know?
And adults.
Oh, absolutely. I'm making a generalization because the people I know can read, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, you'll be walking near a lake or biking, you'll see a gator, just walk. Wow, that sounds terrifying. Enjoying my life.
We don't live in Florida. I know. Yeah, we don't live there. We don't see gators really around here.
I saw
We
some at
live
the
in Michigan.
zoo. You know, good old Detroit Zoo.
The zoo is a weird fucking situation.
It's
you
in
know?
Royal Oak.
It's like you gotta feel some kind of weird way about seeing these animals the way you're seeing them. You know.
It's fucked.
Yeah, it is.
You-
Like, I mean,
if you don't feel a weird way about the way you're seeing these animals, I think that's kind of unusual. But then again, like, it's the zoo. Like, this is a good, positive thing, you know, for everybody.
They're not like hurting
Community.
the animals, you know. But
Right.
yeah,
No, it's not.
I mean, taking things out of the wild. Like, I mean, there's certainly an opinion on that there.
In Royal Oak.
Absolutely.
Got some shit that
There's some
doesn't
things that
belong.
happen in like wildlife conservations that like benefit zoos and stuff like that. But like
What do you mean?
some like fucking zoos repopulate certain species and put them back into the wild
Okay,
and
like
stuff like that.
reintroducing
Like,
things that are
right.
like endangered.
There's
and
stuff
things
like that does happen with zoos, but like I don't know. The idea of that is so fucking wrong to me, dude. I don't know.
Zoos just
basically
in
if-
general.
Just like the idea of like, you know, keeping these animals and just having people just view them for money. Like, it's really wrong.
Man. Like,
Well, the whole
look, that's what
thing.
Johnny's getting at. Is
I know,
that,
like-
oh yeah, for sure. Like, it's one thing, you know. It's cool when you're a certain age. Like, oh my God, it's a polar bear, and then you think,
Like, but my
well,
kids
polar-
need to see these animals,
Polar bears
dude.
live in the Arctic, like, and this is.
But
New
did you see
Jersey.
my kid's face when he saw the monkey
It was
in the
worth
in the
it.
cage?
When the two monkeys were
look.
having sex, did you see me have to shield my child? Like, yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah.
No.
Hey, R.I.P. Harambe, though.
Just
You
about
know
to
what
say
I'm
those
saying,
exact
bro?
words.
Yeah. Dicks out underneath the table.
That dude had no chance. Talking Harambe, not the kid. Like, they shot him fucking down.
Oh, absolutely. But I do like that because of that happened, there is now a strain called Harambe OG. So he is forever remembered.
Nah, he is
Yeah.
in a fire weed strain.
Oh my
it is a
God.
good one
It's
too.
like Gorilla Glue number 6. That's what
It's a
that
good
is.
one.
I'm all for
Shouts
pe-
out.
I'm all for people
Thank
getting
you.
attacked by animals.
Oh, absolutely.
Like the fucking fat idiots. Like, oh, just like jump over some shit or
Isn't that natural selection at that point, though?
yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah, you should just let it happen. Don't fucking kill Harambe.
They didn't
is
need
the
to shoot
worst. They
that
didn't,
fucking
yeah.
gorilla whatsoever.
We all know it. We all know it.
Cincinnati Zoo, totally not cool.
so bad.
Not at all.
Fucking A.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it was in Ohio, and
Yeah.
nobody wants to be in Ohio anyway, so they did
Yeah.
that gorilla a fucking favor, probably.
Ohio doing
Harambe
itself
fucking
numb.
planned it out. He's like, oh, look at this little fucker. He's like, finally, I'm a 70-year-old fucking ape.
Right.
I'm hurting.
I've lived in Cincinnati my whole life. Natural habitat, African Congo. You know,
Straight to Ohio.
the
God
jungle of
damn.
Cincinnati. You know.
Yeah.
Has anyone here actually been to Cincinnati? Not I. Yeah, I think I drove through it one time going to Kentucky. Also a
Right.
mistake. You know,
Yeah, there's nothing stopped there for. Ohio, or just in general, besides Cedar Point, there's
Oh.
nothing there for you.
Ohio is just the buffer of going other places. You know,
Right.
you try to get in and get out as soon as you fucking can.
And even at
Yeah.
that, it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst.
Well,
the
yeah,
longest drive through if you're going to Florida from here.
absolutely. Fun statistic about Ohio. Well, astronauts, the most astronauts in America have came from the state of Ohio. So that just tells you it's such a fucking terrible place that you would like to leave Earth
Right.
rather than be in fucking Ohio. You know.
Like if you don't,
Gives
Steve,
hope.
if you don't look out, Steve, if you don't look Ohio, just move. No,
He's like, you really don't get it, do you?
this is his friend from like fucking New.
nothing
This
left
is his
here.
friend from like upstate New York. You don't understand, Tim. I can't just move.
Right.
I gotta get out of
Can
here.
you get away from this?
Fucking 20 years later, he's just strapped in the cockpit of a spaceship. He's like, oh, finally.
Right. And he doesn't really care if it blows up or not because he's finally made it out.
Ah.
Gotta go to space.
So how do you guys feel about moving to Mars? Like, is that a real thing?
I think we already moved from Mars.
If it was open. If
Ooh.
it was open.
You think that the comet that destroyed the dinosaurs was the actual origins of man just blasting everything away?
I think it was
be,
God.
dude.
I've heard
Right.
the theory. I have
Right.
like the original Adam and Eve theory, if
Right.
you will. That's what they try to base it around.
Right. Could be. I've thought about that too.
For sure. I think Mars is like that's a trip, dude. Just that whole idea of going there and people like living there, like
How
Right.
long would it take to get to Mars? Would it be
It's
be
like
worth the travel?
it's like 800 something days in the certain lunar cycle. Like
Right.
when they're
When
in
you
the-
wait for it to be
Yep,
close enough.
Yep, that's where you can slingshot. Well, I'm no
You
astrophysicist.
can slingshot.
Let's backpedal here. From what I've read
You
and
could hop
understand,
into a slingshot.
It's like from what I've seen in Interstellar.
right?
You
From
can
what Matthew
slingshot.
McConaughey said on the TV. This is how, all right. Yeah.
Man, Mars is pretty cool.
It'd be cooler
Yeah,
if
you
we were
just-
on Mars.
You just hop on that slingshot and they pull you back.
I guess we're going back to the moon, though. Read that recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing there?
I think they're gonna try to make it like a jump port where they're gonna put like a quasi space station on the moon, so we
Right.
can actually make trips there and back. And I don't know why we haven't done that in the past,
Right.
because it seems like if the moon's right there, why don't we go check that shit out? You know?
I mean,
Uh,
there's
Yeah,
probably
no
just not.
answers.
Dude, think of the money it costs. to
Yeah, I
go to
was
the
just gonna
moon
say.
when you
Yeah,
know there's
but,
not much there.
You know,
Like,
on a country level, what is money? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's literally just printing the shit down the street. They're like, they could easily find money to do things they want to do. We've been at war for like the last 20
Right.
fucking years, and that's got a blank check. So if we
right.
want to go to the moon, I think we could
There's-
probably budget that in somewhere.
Well,
No.
talk to them defunding fucking NASA and
Or
everything.
Planned
Right.
Parenthood, you know?
what if Planned Parenthood funded a trip to the moon? They was like, fuck it, let's go.
It would be the first
I
time
mean,
I ever
let's-
supported Planned Parenthood. Like,
A lot of people.
nothing but abortions taking that fucking space shuttle to the moon. It's just
Right.
fueled on dead fetuses. Like, oh, great.
I don't want to fund that.
Not at all. I mean, I really have no opinion on either. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'll sit here and pretend like I do, but at the end of the day, I'm like, whatever.
I'm still down with the slingshot, you know? Find
Get
one
that
of
going.
these, just
Right.
fucking straight slingshot to Mars.
It's literally a giant slingshot in the middle of space that you got to line up with correctly. Oh, we missed it.
You shoot this slingshot and it sends you into this fucking portal and
Right.
it shoots you to fucking Mars.
I mean, we just got to figure out how to make, wormholes and stuff like that, like, from Star Trek.
Right.
You talking about like going back in time or some shit?
It's
Well,
super
jump-
simple, dude.
j-
All you have to
jumping
do
through
is
space,
all
yeah.
you have to do is fold space. It's super simple.
Like a
That's what-
blanket?
That's how every scientist ever explains it. So you just fold space.
Kind of
a
like in
fucking
Stranger
piece of
Things where the
paper, like,
teacher's
right,
explaining about
right.
the
They
upside
do that in
down.
every science fiction or
Literally
any
the
kind of
same
thing. Right,
explanation.
right.
Yeah.
Just another universe.
Hey, our boy's asking about what the snow's like up in the north.
Terrible, but not as bad as gators.
Right. I will
Wasn't
take
bad, wasn't
snowstorms
bad.
over
It bites,
gator
but
storms.
not like not like a gator
Gator
bite.
storms.
if it
Buckle
was
down.
snowing gators, I don't know what I'd do.
What the fuck is frostbite? Is that like?
It's probably never gotten lower than like 50 in Florida, so I don't even know. It was
Right.
42 today. Felt great. I don't know.
Right,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
fucking
To
blue
be honest,
sky.
to
dude.
be honest, I hate the storm or the snow though. By the way,
Oh, it
I
crip.
fucking can't stand it.
It
if
totally
you're really asking.
engages my depression. The snow
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Yep.
This-
We all wait for it to end.
So
Yeah.
he just asked. Never been in weather under 50.
Up
If
top.
you come up here, my dude, like in middle of December, you'll probably die, cause your body, you'll be like, what is this? You'll probably get off the plane like in shorts and a fucking Florida t-shirt with like oranges and palm trees. All dumb
Literally a bag of oranges. Like,
Right.
let's party, bro.
with your fucking
Make screwdrivers, man.
white sunblock on your nose, like, oh, Michigan.
Right, because you heard Michigan was like a really, sunny, warm state.
Let's go surfing in the Great Lakes.
You would be dead so fast. Like,
No, that's awesome though, man. You never been under weather under 50 degrees.
yeah, it must be fucking nice. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's dude. That Arctic shit that just happened. That
Mhm.
just fucking it
Oh,
went to
yeah.
like negative whatever
Mhm.
the fuck it was. Brett had some pop cans in his garage.
Oh yeah.
And dude, they fucking exploded up the wall.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
all the way up the fucking wall. He had some Fagos. They were just chilling, against the wall. Some Vagos, and they just pop, dude. And it actually made some cool art
exploded, right?
like up onto the wall. But it was from that negative, whatever the fuck it was, when it turned into the moon, like pretty much the moon
polar
here.
blast, whatever the fuck. Let's see. How's that 120 treating you?
How are the nasty ass fucking bugs and all that fucking wildlife that you gotta deal with?
Yeah, and all the meth heads that live there.
Right.
Yeah, what's that one Florida drug that everyone does?
Oh,
that weird,
Flocka?
Yeah, they're all
Flocka?
doing weird shit outside
Yeah.
of liquor stores.
You have literal zombies that live in Florida.
That's such a white person thing to say. The humidity. It's not the heat that gets you. It's the humidity.
Yeah.
Let's take a silly one.
It's that wet heat.
The humidity.
Right.
Hey, you don't even gotta tell us about humidity, dude. We got probably
Surrounded by lakes.
almost. No, I won't say just as gnarly of summers, but
Our
summers
summers
here
are pretty
gnarly,
fucking
right.
brutal.
The
dude.
humidity?
Yeah.
right.
It'll get you.
Because of the lakes
yeah.
or whatever.
We got some extremities of heat in Michigan.
Oh, we experience all four seasons here.
We
no
hit
doubt. Winter for about 10 months, and then the other 2 months out of the year, we get the other 3.
for sure.
You should never move here. Like,
Yeah, we're like the same deal as Florida. It's like if you're born in Michigan, then you're gonna probably have home in Michigan, but you're not gonna move from somewhere else to Michigan. Just like
that's rare.
it
is. Like, you don't really hear too many people moving here.
Like, I want to go move to Detroit. Heard it's nice.
Yeah, it's getting nicer. It is.
I heard it's nice. They have nice lofts downtown.
They do. It's like they do.
No, it is
Immediately when you leave the city, though?
It is coming up.
It's not nice at
Detroit's
all.
nice for sure. I don't hate on Detroit, but
I went
it is
down to Detroit
still
for the
Detroit.
Winter Blast Festival, and it was really fucking nice. It was. Like, they had these covered, I don't know, like greenhouses, I guess the best way I could describe it. They're all heated and shit. People were playing, like, giant games of fucking Scrabble, and, like, it was weird. Just seeing people out in the city actually, like, not afraid of getting shot.
Right.
It was
Community, a sense of community in Detroit.
Absolutely.
Feeling that.
They had Campus Martius was popping. They had the people ice skating down there, what have you. Like,
They're playing Scrabble at Ice Fest.
Yeah.
That's so fucking white.
Yeah. Oh my God. There were so many lattes on that table too. Believe it or
Some
not.
hot chocolate, guys.
They were playing
Scrabble.
Yeah,
Just
man.
like
I swear to God. Like, yeah.
Well, it still is what it is, though. You still will get heckled by the bums, and you got to know how to handle that
No
shit.
doubt. And
In any city, but in
sure.
Detroit, a particular way.
The funny part to me is when people don't go downtown a lot, then they go for sporting events, and they'll actually pay attention to the people telling them where to park, and they always put them in a place where they're gonna get towed, and then they pay that person for it. Like, you got to know better about listening to a random person.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can park right there. Like, can't park there.
It's either gonna get towed or busted into.
Oh, absolutely.
This is weird to say about Detroit right now, but I was kind of bummed. Just because how, like, Detroit as a character is pretty gnarly, but I was bummed because this didn't happen, because it was just like, for out-of-towners coming to Detroit, it'd been like, yeah, this is how gnarly Detroit is as a character. It'd be like, yeah, we almost had a big-ass jail right down the street from the fucking, like, Euro
Right.
baseball game or the casino.
Right.
Like, you're just walking as a tourist in Greek town. You're like, oh, man, Detroit gets a bad rap. And there's just this big building, which is jail.
Yeah, speaking of that building, though, is that shit still sitting there, just three-quarters done?
It's still
fuck
a
up?
gaping hole.
Just a
Absolutely.
skeleton of a
Yeah.
building?
They have the elevator section built in the basement and the core of, I believe, the first couple floors. That project's been canceled completely, and they're not doing a fucking thing with it. I guess what they wanted to do was to put the soccer field there for the future Detroit soccer team that's coming downtown, but that changed as well. Absolutely.
But that would involve them, tearing down what they had built and then building something else in the same spot?
All the things that taxpayer money went to build, immediately taken down.
Oh, yeah.
Just halfway through, they're like, you know what? Fuck it.
I kind of changed my mind.
Let's get a soccer team.
Right. And don't get me wrong, soccer's cool and all, but it's really not. So.
Oh, man.
But it comes down to watching it. I mean, I don't know. Have you guys ever been to a live soccer game?
No.
I know.
See, Kenan has strong feelings here on soccer. They're about to come out.
I don't know. I mean, like professional soccer. No, I've never been to a live professional soccer.
I got
match.
no pony in that race, man. I couldn't tell you one MLS team.
I've been to like
there.
Me neither.
I've been to like a friend or family member's like kids soccer match, and it's equally the same.
How was that?
I lost $5. You bet on it.
Well, you bet on everything as a principle, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, soccer.
So you fuck with soccer, Kenan, right? You're a soccer fan? Pretty much, not a fan, but you have respected opinions towards soccer.
Yeah, kind of. This shit is over dramatic sometimes with the fouls.
That's pretty much what I was gonna ask you. Just like, what is your opinion on them acting like complete fucking like?
I mean,
like it's just like they fall on the fucking ground when they get hit hardly, and they're just like
for sure,
like playing
flopping.
Yeah. Like I mean, I get it. It hurts, but it's like it gets like super fucking ridiculous every time.
Yeah. Well, with the thing with soccer is that so like the World Cup, that shit's huge because soccer is the biggest sport in the world.
Yep.
So that shit's huge for like European, Asian countries. There's a lot of pride that goes into that. So the thing with soccer is that they oversell flopping because it's like 9 versus 9 or 10 on 10.
I think it's 9, but whatever.
Yeah. So if you're trying to like sell a fake injury as a player, the ref, because they don't really do replays at all for fucking fouls or penalties. So if something looks brutal and you're like on your back and overselling something, the ref will fucking give the culprit a red card, and that means you're fucking ejected. So I think that's why they try overselling that shit.
Shit's whack.
Yeah.
As a sport, I mean, I guess it is. It's a game. It's a game overall.
Get with the times and review the shit.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with every sport. You have the technology to slow it down and see every aspect of it, and because there's so much money being betted on all these sports, let's not sit here and pretend like that's not real.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't fucking replay anything. I think maybe it's because they have the constant time.
Going. The running clock.
Yeah, so they're not trying to add time or some shit, but that's.
I don't even
you already run
it. Can somebody explain what the reason for that shit is?
They don't stop it?
Anthony, I've watched soccer every time there's a World Cup. I mean, I'm totally a fan when that's popping. I don't understand the clock in soccer.
It goes up,
and
I get what it was. Sometimes it just
Do you know, Kenan?
I'm not 100%, but I think it goes up because of the extra time shit. So there's not a set time like, okay, soccer's 90 minutes and that's it.
Right.
So if it started at 90 and went down, it'd be like game's over. But since there's stoppages, but the clock's still going from 0 up, they add that extra time at the end of the 90.
What the stoppages were?
Yeah, so there's 2 halves, 45 minutes. And then if there's stoppage, like out of bounds or like a penalty, and that's time's stopped, the clock is going, but they got like a timekeeper that will just keep track real quick.
Okay,
and then when the ref blows the whistle.
So
anytime the game has any type of stoppage, that's where that extra time
added
comes
time,
in.
yeah. So it'll be like
that actually
5.
makes fucking sense.
But it also makes more sense to just stop the time when those
it really
stoppages
does,
happen.
doesn't it? You know, if you have somebody monitoring the time, you can just be like,
they can't stop the time because the time is going on.
Right. Because it's a running clock. Don't you get it?
It's like, what are you fucking stupid? I mean,
what if one ref was like, "Hey, stop the clock," and they're like, "What?
What do you mean? We watch the clock to see how much time we should stop it for."
They're like,
no.
I'm counting.
9.
This fucking yeah, man. This Belgian fucking ref, like, no, we're not stopping. No,
the clock no stop in soccer.
And they like there's
no stop in real life.
goal.
Your clock stop.
Soccer is life, and it no stop. Like,
how you stop time?
Any city
looking at you all shitty.
Any cities in Michigan but Detroit that are big. Yeah, Saginaw, Flint.
That's always been the miscommunication. Is the guy? It's always just like how you stop time, and it's like, oh fuck, we don't have time to explain.
Right.
We don't have to actually stop time.
Yeah,
it's
just
let him do.
It's an existential question at that point.
And that trying to add extra or explain the stopping time is added time. It took me 10 seconds to explain the stopping time, what that is, to this guy from Brussels. It took 10 seconds. That's another 10 seconds at the end of game.
He's like, add 10 more seconds.
And it must be embarrassing for a fucking team getting smoked like 10-0.
Oh, yeah.
And it hits 90 minutes and you're on the team that's getting smoked and you look up. It's like, okay, 90 minutes. And then right next to 90 minutes, flashes 5 minutes. It's like, we're fucking losing. Like, why are we doing this? It's not like 1-0. You're like,
do they, if it's extra time and they're losing that bad, does it?
they don't give a fuck.
They just let it keep
Yeah.
going, right?
They got like 4 refs and they're all international from different countries. And one of the refs could be from like Russia and the team playing is like Ukraine. So they're buddies. And they'd be like, no, fuck them. If he dies, he dies. Keep going. It's just a friendly exhibition, man.
Soccer, actually, now that you've explained it, it sounds pretty fucking gangster. You know what I'm saying?
It's foreign as shit.
Right. Like, we don't understand it for
To
a
us,
reason.
but not to
Yeah.
anybody else in the
Like,
world.
people fight over that shit. Like, I know you've seen soccer riots and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
they're fucking passionate people, dude. They want to beat the shit out of each other.
absolutely.
Especially those the English like soccer.
Yeah, like
hooligan
Liverpool and
motherfuckers,
Manchester
like, yeah.
United. Yeah, absolutely.
They just want to fucking fight each other.
It's funny how that really, because you know America's super violent. Like, how did that not translate here and be super popular? Because you know we love fighting in this goddamn country. Like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, soccer was kind of a big sport in my household. Not like we all played soccer, but like
you
watching it
followed
international and shit.
I remember seeing your dad watch soccer all the time.
It'd
All
be
the fucking time.
Spanish clubs playing each other. It was just like, yo.
watching Univision. Like,
Yeah. But so I kind of know about soccer, but like I'm not a fan. But I don't know, man. There's something about like when they do the World Cup or like the Euro Cup, where it's all these different.
What is the
European
Euro
teams.
Cup?
It's the same premise of a World Cup. It's like every 4 years or every 2 years, I think.
Okay.
Qualified European countries. So basically, since there's only like 20 countries in Europe, like sorry Finland, you're just not good.
Fuck off, Finland.
The Euro Cup is everybody but Finland. Like Finland forgot to reply to the email. Like, Finland, you trying to do it this year?
They were like,
They're like,
Who's gonna be there?
yeah.
What do
Alright,
Finnish
whatever,
people
Finland.
sound like? What is it? What is a Finn accent kind of deal?
I imagine like Scandinavian. I suppose like
probably like Swedish, but a little bit more
Yep.
slow.
right, a little bit more
If
drunk.
that's possible.
You know,
A Finnish person speaking English.
like you know, like shit like that. They probably wear
Yeah.
wooden shoes. You
Oh,
know?
all right. Because I'm trying to like get a vision of this. Because I got no idea.
Do you know like
Finn.
the Dutch?
Dutch? Yeah.
Probably something like that.
You think it's like Dutch culture?
I'm not sure.
They're
you
just
know?
all dancing
They're
around
like-
in clogs.
I'm
and
just
like,
making
oh.
a bigoted opinion.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that's what I wanted to hear though. Like that's where it's at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
what is this?
Here we go. Pull it up there,
Oh,
Anthony.
Hello, my name is Tooks. They do got funny names though, Finnish people.
Oh, right.
This is a perfect video.
Cool.
Wow, this is super informational.
Would be exciting, my dude.
So yeah, fucking the Euro Cup.
Everything comes off as Indian.
The Euro Cup is every 2 years, and it's just like the best European teams, like countries playing.
How do they determine who's the best though?
Like who qualifies?
Yeah, because they're all different leagues. Because I have a loose understanding of how European soccer, like, I follow sports, blah, blah, blah. Shit pops up on ESPN every now and then. And I'm like, oh, soccer, I'll watch this for 90 seconds. And, that's about as much as I know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So how they qualify? So it's European countries, not like small clubs in England, like Manchester.
So you're talking it's like, like an
countries.
MVP team of a country then?
Yeah, it's just like the best players from each country,
Sure.
and then it's
So it's-
every 2 years.
So it's like the Olympics at that point?
Just soccer.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I'm
not
saying.
weightlifting on like the middle of the field, but
That would make it
essentially-
so much more interesting.
It just means like the same. It's like the World Cup, but just
European
Europe.
countries.
Guys, I don't understand.
I don't either. I tried.
I'm really trying to
it's
grasp
like,
this easy concept you're giving me, but I refuse to. Okay.
So yeah,
it's a lot going on with soccer.
all these European countries they play. That's a tournament, and it's every 2 years. But in between those every 2 years, there's qualification rounds. So like every fucking few weeks, England will play like Italy,
Okay.
and they keep track of records between those 2 years. And then like 6 months out, they're like, "Yo, Sweden, you sucked. You didn't make it. You didn't have enough points."
So who actually calls Sweden and makes that phone call?
Sweden gets the memo, probably emailed to them.
Wow, that's totally
And Sweden's
no
like,
emotion to it whatsoever.
yeah, and then yeah, but the Euro Cup, I like watching that kind of shit. I don't know what it is. I think it's just seeing the different countries go at it.
Football.
Yeah.
Football.
Football.
And then the World Cup's pretty cool because
I like the World
you
Cup.
get that random country from Africa that like just got out of a civil war, and they like the Cinderella story.
Right.
They always get smoked by like
Right.
England.
Or Italy.
Brazil.
They just
Brazil?
Brazil.
Football.
And then we called it soccer.
So, sir.
Soccer.
Well, I certainly will never watch any of that stuff, but, soccer, woo. Absolutely.
Right.
pop in the
People
World
love
Cup
it.
happens.
Do you think soccer's not popular here because of American football?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, that's
It's not
probably the
exciting
reason.
They don't even got fucking cheerleaders, dude.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to get all wild up if there ain't fucking 15, chicks just like, yeah.
Right.
Tell me how to spell and shit.
Right. Or to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else am I going to do?
We got our own version of soccer. Well, not us personally, but this country has its own version of soccer, in my opinion. And that is NASCAR. They probably look at NASCAR like, these fucking idiots.
What's first of all, what's more exciting than NASCAR?
Sleep.
Fuck?
Yeah, watching paint dry.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, the only reason people watch NASCAR is
because it's fucking
for the car accidents.
Yeah, dude.
That's
It's for the turns, dude.
Oh, you're from Florida.
It's for the turns.
Gators are finally
it's
sleeping
from
now.
the-
Daytona 500, brother.
It's a big. We got that big turning event in
Which is-
Michigan.
Which is funny because we're all from Michigan, motor fucking city.
Right.
We're just sitting here like NASCAR is gay, dude. Like,
Hit those turns.
we're making left for 2.5 hours.
Don't crash. But even though everyone subconsciously is like crash.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh, mathematically they're gonna fucking crash.
Well,
I don't want to see him crash.
I don't know, man. If you
I
like,
hope let's have a clean race. Like, yeah.
I hope he's okay, Paul.
oh no,
Oh, yeah, NASCAR's dumb. I'm just go ahead and just get that right out the fucking way.
Except for Dale Earnhardt, man, he's cool.
He's
Gemini?
dead.
Is it-
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Oh, Junior. The whole both of them, the fam.
He drives for Mountain Dew,
The
which I
Earnhardt
fully
fan.
support.
Right.
I fully love me.
So what? You think
Dew.
like when his dad died, Dale Earnhardt Jr. was like, "So am I cool now?
Right.
Like, carrying the
Like,
torch?"
oh.
He's like, can I drop the junior now, or just like?
Hell no.
I don't think that's how that works.
Nope.
First, you can't grow a mustache, so
Damn.
Yep. That's how it
R.I.P.
gets
Dale
done.
Earnhardt Jr.
NASCAR fans would say that shit. Like, you can't even grow a mustache.
Oh,
You gotta keep it.
You know them
Junior
Denny
on your name.
Hamlin
What kind of
fans.
beer you even drink, boy?
You got a Winston?
You don't
Probably
even
drink
like Coors
beer
Light,
those,
boy.
Like those faggy do-hearted, son, boy.
Craft beer.
I'll tell you what, though, Days of Thunder, that movie was fucking dope.
Wasn't?
I really like Days of Thunder.
That's
Yeah.
Tom
I've
Cruise,
never
right?
seen it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
He's the actor from Risky Business.
You know what's tight? Talladega Nights, dude.
yeah.
Well, that's actually
That
the
was more
sequel to Days of Thunder. So.
Days of Thunder.
Yes.
I've never even heard of Days of Thunder.
Which actually
dude.
has John C. Reilly in it, which is funny. So it
Nice.
kind of is the
Yo,
sequel.
I had a-
Yeah, that's tight.
Johnson Riley's been in everything.
Yeah, he has. Remember that vampire
in it.
movie he was in?
No.
No,
He was in it.
It's bad.
What were you going to say, Anthony?
Can't really remember. I don't think it was worth it.
NASCAR?
John C. Reilly.
You guys hear about Step Brothers 2 that's coming out?
Oh God, I can't wait to not watch
Right.
that.
I just
you know.
made
Really?
that up. I don't know if it's coming out or not. Wouldn't be surprised though. They're working on it.
Step Brothers was classic though.
I know, but they're
Banger.
gonna ruin it with 2, and I can't wait to.
Well, it's kind of like. Did you see Joe Dirt 2?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. Still,
Dude,
to this
I
day.
struggled to watch it, but David
did.
Spade's aged so much since the first one. It's just you're
Like-
sad. You're like You're like, dang.
David Spade. Wormy little fuck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, if you got to do
The wrong person died in the friendship of him and Chris Farley. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong kid, Dad.
Oh man. True.
But, nah, I don't know, man. He's fucking good though.
Who?
Fucking
David Spade?
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's good.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's getting old, but he's good.
Well, yeah.
Fucking, he's
Let's
when
all
he has
watch
to
Joe
put out
Dirt too
Joe,
and see
yeah.
if we're saying the
oh,
same shit.
Right.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm down. Ken and we're all gonna watch Joe Dirt too.
Oh, I
you better watch it.
I would
It's gonna be hard to sit through.
I would say no. Johnny said it perfectly. It's hard to sit through.
Right.
Like that's
Right.
it. Because you know all the
You
jokes
watched
that are
worse.
coming. Like,
Dude, I watched fucking
Yeah, I've watched some pretty fucking shitty movies, so I'll
Weekend
do
at
the-
Bernie's, dude. I watched that last night, dude, and that was a fucking
yeah,
great
but I
watch,
mean,
dude. I
how
loved it.
high were you when you were watching that?
Not any higher than normal.
Yeah. Fair.
It was, I don't know. It's a good watch, dude. The fucking jokes are terrible, dude.
Dude,
It's
I haven't
funny to
seen
watch.
Weekend at Bernie's since Comedy Central used to have the old logo, and we were
Right.
like, 12. So as much as I want to sit here and
There's
rip
some
on it,
funny
I
jokes,
don't
dude.
remember it.
Right.
You know?
The chick fucks him and he's dead, and they think the fucking shit's about to get spoiled. Like,
The
Right.
whole,
And
the whole
it-
concept of that is fucked up, man. That
fucks a
movie
dead
is
body,
fucked
dude.
up.
Yeah, like I mean, as funny as I want that to be, it's not. It's
Right.
not. She's fucking a dead body.
That's
guys.
what makes it like actually
man.
good. It's like this whole movie is fucking ridiculous. Like,
Right.
this whole- this is
Okay.
It's not
Well,
good.
you know what's even
but it's good.
What's more
you know?
ridiculous than that is that there's like a Weekend at Bernie's 2 and 3, which
Right.
means that they've kept this
Mm.
body
Right.
around for a fucking
That's
while.
Like at the
They're-
end of the fucking
Smelly body,
At the end
dude.
of the first one, he like falls out of the ambulance after he's dead or whatever.
Yeah,
he rolls, down the hill, the
That
stairs,
kid's
and
like
lands
throwing
on the
sand on
beach.
it.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, mister.
Can I bury you?
Oh fuck.
He's just like,
looking like a turd in a litter box. You know what I'm saying?
nah, man, Weekend at Bernie's. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it sounds like a good movie. I'm probably actually going to take the time to watch it.
Dude, you watched Joe Dirt too. Like, with,
right.
You know what, man? I did. And,
Yeah.
and
you're gonna like Weekend at Bernie's more because you watched Joe Dirt too. You're gonna be like, oh man, like you're gonna over like
Right.
it. You're gonna be like, so
Oh,
fucking good.
right.
by comparison, you mean like okay.
Yeah. Because Joe Dirt puts you in the dirt.
Oh, Joe
No.
Dirt really lowered the bar, the second one, for anything I ever watch again. So yeah, that's
Quality,
fair.
non-quality shit
Are
film.
they
Well,
just like referencing the all jokes for like
Oh,
just terribly
absolutely.
and like
and
bringing-
the studio that funded it was Crackle.
Oh.
Crackle TV or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
by Sony, but not
Yeah.
really.
Okay.
Yeah. I think what it was is that like I didn't have cable for a week or something like that, so I downloaded the Crackle app on my phone. Shout out to Crackle.
Crackle
absolutely.
app?
Right.
Yeah, because it's free. It is. You just have to watch like a commercial every 15, 20 minutes.
All right. So
And-
it's just like another fucking streaming app.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like a Hulu you don't pay for.
This is like one of the first TV streaming apps though, like before.
Oh
any-
yeah,
right,
Crackle was like
right.
old school, like before Netflix.
I've
Right.
seen it
Shit.
around, but
For
I just
sure.
wasn't
But
sure.
yeah,
what it was.
like I had no reason. Well, my reason to have it was like I didn't have any other method of watching entertainment at the time.
Man.
So I downloaded Crackle, and it's actually when Joe Dirt 2 came out, and I was like, oh man, Joe Dirt 2's on here.
They were putting it on.
Sat through it for 2 hours with commercials. God, so sad.
Commercials too.
So
Fucking
sad.
best
But
part-
I bought in. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Best part was probably those commercials.
Oh, the best part was when the credits rolled. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but Kennan's right. I'm not here to rip on David Spade because he's totally made some funny fucking movies.
I never
Right.
said that. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I ever said that.
You did.
Yeah.
He's,
Roll it back. No.
Body.
I mean,
he's okay, man. He's fucking. He's clearly. Joe Dirt 1 was good.
It
I mean, I'm
was.
not gonna say. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't, but I know Joe Dirt 2 is gonna be trash.
Life's a Garden, dig it. Like, I mean, I get it. Dennis Miller on that was fucking hilarious. So,
man, I don't know. David Spade. It's like you can't be like, oh man, he like put him too high on a pedestal.
Right.
Like funny shit, not so funny shit. I'm gonna just stick with that.
he's a
Right.
great supporting actor, like from like Tommy Boy and shit like that. Like he's funny, but only around other funny people.
Right.
Maybe stand alone. But again, Joe Dirt's classic. It's just the second one was utterly fucking disappointing, and it was too late after the first one.
Right.
Like most twos.
Well, it's like Dumb and Dumber. You know,
Yeah.
like I know you guys seen that, correct?
I saw it.
Yeah.
Me and you watched it, and we were just so fucking
Right.
disappointed. Like, you know, the first scene of it, we're like, dude, this is where this whole movie's going. And then
Right.
the concept of the movie was just asinine.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
just turned into one of those like
It was
wacky adventure movies.
His daughter, he was like chasing his daughter or some shit.
Right,
Yeah.
was trying to find his kid
Right.
or whatever, you know.
Dude,
First one, great.
I liked it.
Did you really?
Yeah, the only thing I couldn't stand, I didn't love it or anything, but like it wasn't as torturous as I thought it'd be. But the only thing I could not stand was Rob Riggle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like being fucking. It's like watching that movie was like being fucked up. You're like, man, this is great. And then you see Rob Riggle and you get like a hit of like being sober, like a hit of being sober, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right. It was like being waterboarded. Like I get what you're saying, man.
What a last name, Riggle.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that was totally a Marine. Like, all right, cool.
Wriggle.
Washed.
Lieutenant Wriggle.
Rig.
Lieutenant Dan ain't got no legs.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Forrest Gump. You can't not like that movie.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
You
Eh.
could.
I mean, if you want to be that fucking person.
No. Yeah, there's the one guy. I didn't like it.
I actually hate Forrest Gump. Like, damn. Tom Hanks? Like, for real?
Right.
What would you even like? What would you even pick out from that to be like, I fucking hate it? What did you hate?
Well,
Right.
considering I completely love the movie,
I hate how like
No, just
well
like people.
structured
Yeah.
it is. I hate how fucking
the cinematography in
compact
it was
the
just
story
too
is.
good. Like,
how layered the story is on multiple levels.
Yeah, just
Frustrates me.
How it weaves in and out of actual pop culture in
Right,
its own
yeah.
way. And
yeah.
Like, what part of the movie, buddy, did you like hate? Well, I don't know, man. He stepped out of bounds when he was running that kick return. Like, what?
right, like,
Right.
like that would happen, dude. Are you
Right.
serious? Like, you really think some guy did all those things? Like
Like-
some guy, like
Right, like really be
Let's be
completely
real.
cynical towards
Right.
the story.
Not even
it's like,
game.
come on. Like,
I thought that shit was all true when I was a kid.
well, it is a
Like, that was a guy.
it's
Right.
a documentary, right?
Yeah. I thought it was all true. No. Yes, it was.
Please tell me that.
No, I really did.
just lie to me if you.
Yeah,
have to.
man, I've been basing a lot of things in my life around the fact that Forrest Gump's real, so you could not ruin this for me right
I mean,
now.
there are bubblegum shrimps.
Trying to
So.
keep it
Right. Thank you. Like,
Yeah, that's true, man. He's
and there
fucking.
is an Apple computer, so
There is a lot of there are a lot of Forrest Gumps in the South, but without all the awesome, sweet events, and there's just a lot of dumb people. in
oh
the
yeah,
South.
you're talking simple folks, right?
Mm.
No, they
Mhm.
got lots of them, lots of them.
The old gator wrestlers.
Oh yeah, like Joe Dirt.
Right.
yeah.
Like this guy.
Rule number one,
This guy.
I'm number one. I'm rule number two. He's number two. What's rule number three?
There is no rule number 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, personally, I would never step foot in Florida unless I had to. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like, I mean that's my first reaction towards being asked something like that. But maybe that's just the attitude for living up here for so long. You know, you just get
Mm.
stuck in your own ways. I don't know.
Man,
Michigan's not bad, man.
cities are better than
Weather-wise.
the
Well,
fucking.
yeah, Michigan's terrible sometimes, but I
Yeah.
mean, all places are terrible sometimes.
Oh
But, you
yeah,
know,
the folk up here kind of fucking suck a lot of the time, anyways. So,
oh, you
I
got a
mean,
lot of mean fucking
Mm.
people live here. That's for
For
sure. Because Southern hospitality is real,
Oh, yeah.
100%. Met super nice people everywhere down south.
I feel like Michigan definitely is like a melting. Not saying the only one, but it definitely is like a melting pot state of people. Whites, blacks, Arabs, and shit. But if you went to Florida, I feel like it's just like you're either white or Spanish.
Yeah, like
Yeah, for
you're
sure.
either white trash or Cuban.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Not knowing much about Florida whatsoever, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
definitely meet a lot of different pieces of shit.
Yeah, the demographic here in Michigan is just piles of shit, and then they just have, pieces of shit in Florida. I get it, man. I'm picking up what you're shitting down.
Like that's what you're saying, right? Like yeah, essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I get it.
That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
We gave the fucking world Tim Allen.
And,
We're done
and-
after that.
And Dave
Yeah.
Coulier.
Cut it out, dude.
What more do you want from the state?
Oh man.
Gotta cut it.
And Evan Breen. He's from Michigan.
Who's that?
Oh, some guy from some shit, you know.
One of
Social
those
media.
guys.
Yeah, one of them fucking guys.
I know those guys.
Nah, he used to do Vine videos back in the day, and they were fucking hilarious. You've seen them, you just.
I was gonna say, guess you had to be there because
Oh,
don't know it.
oh, is that right?
Explain one now, 'cause I probably remember it. Maybe.
I really don't know how to explain a Vine
Yeah.
video, so.
I mean, you can't explain what happens in a 6-second video.
What does he do? What is he infamous for?
He's
Just
a-
being
he's a
silly for 6
He's a
seconds,
comedian,
right.
so it's being funny.
What's his name?
Evan Breen.
How do you spell it? Let's look it up.
EvanBreen. Evan Breen.
Wait, BR what?
REEN.
Oh yeah, I know who this guy.
Yeah, Evan Breen's funny as
Yeah.
fuck, dude. He's from St. Clair Shores.
I know exactly who this guy is.
Yep.
Vine.
You know,
What happened to Vine? You know,
It died.
well, did it get bought or did it just fall apart?
I think like those people, like I think they sold it or something. Probably the owner. Like I don't even know. We could look into that real quick and see.
I'm kind of interested, really.
I thought it was just like a graveyard. Like nobody really goes there. Like Vine.
Why
Like
Vine died? Like that's exactly where I want to know.
Facebook's still a thing, right?
Yes.
oh yeah.
I'm more of a Snapchatter, you know. I like the snaps.
Snaps are where it's at.
It's just an easy way to communicate.
Oh yeah.
The only
Yeah,
person
it's like it's a communication tool more than
it
it's
really
like a
is.
fucking.
I'd agree
Yeah.
with you. That app is more
Fucking-
for back and forth, you know.
That's kind of
messaging.
fucking weird that it gives the person an option to share their location.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would somebody do that?
Yeah, like you could come kill me. I was like, that's weird, right?
I guess because basically, like Vine never really gained traction as it's like as a source for people to make money on it. These
They
big people
couldn't
on
figure out how
Vine.
to monetize it.
Right, so they
Oh,
took
okay.
all their Vine videos to YouTube, and then
And
Twitter
made
stopped funding
money.
Vine.
It's like
right,
it made-
right.
That makes complete sense.
Sorry, Vine, you're worthless. Like, aw.
Right.
Yeah, but sharing locations on fucking Snapchat.
Well, you know, I get it though because women cheat. You know, so like.
So they
you
just
d-
want it to be known.
Well,
like,
yeah, you
I'm over
want
here.
to know where their location's at, so you can see where they're at cheating on you. You know, because men certainly don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
You can turn off that
Yeah,
where your friends
yeah.
see you.
You can-
know?
you can
It's
turn it
like,
off.
It's
You can-
completely available.
Right.
Ghost mode.
It's just weird
Oh.
that they have that. You can just check where all your homies are at.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, see, mine's in
There's a
ghost
map.
mode all the time because you guys don't need to see that I'm always at Bible study and shit like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
You know.
for no reason.
Yeah, you know where I'm at.
Oh yeah.
Either that or choir practice. You know.
It's
things
the
like that.
same thing though. There's so many people who have that mentality where they're like, when it comes to like the government spying on them, or like whatever spying on them, they're like, oh, I got nothing to hide. That's the same thing with that kind of stuff.
That's the
That's
worst
where like I
way
don't
to
care,
think about that.
but I
though.
know it is.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's what
No,
people
I
think.
I
though.
agree
They're
with
like,
you.
right,
Well, it's like you
Turn
remember.
it on.
right.
Like
It's
my
like-
location on Snapchat. Like, yeah.
It's like
I barely know you, dude.
Yeah, like when Google's like, "Where are you?" Like,
Yeah,
like
I just.
It's like the first stage of letting them win is like turning that shit on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's the first stage of you giving up. Where
No,
you're like,
you're,
yeah,
you're
you can
fucking
know where I'm
rights of
at. Like,
everything.
Right.
Just give it all up. You can just video.
well, you're
yeah,
just chipping away at your own personal privacy,
For
little by
for
little,
sure.
little by little.
Yeah, that's like the fucking.
You don't take it away, dude. You let people just give it away.
Well, no, that's
You know
what
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I mean is
Right.
that you
Right.
you just
Nobody. Like,
yeah, nobody's coming into your house and taking
Right.
it from you. You're giving it to
Right.
them. Like that's yeah. We're living in 1984. You
Right.
know.
There's no reason here. It's just fucking giving up your rights.
Right.
Give them up. It's what they fucking. That's kind of what they
I
want.
know I'm
from
never
you.
giving up my guns. You know what I'm saying?
shucks, brother.
Out of my cold
Need
dead
them.
hands, brother.
I need them to fight the Gators.
That's my.
Drain the swamp, brother.
That's my second. Like second what? Right.
Yeah, that's right number 2.
You keep talking that liberal shit, you're gonna get my first right.
Damn. You fucking libtards.
Two lefts.
Two rights don't make a right. Right?
Just because she's your first cousin doesn't mean she's not your first love. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. But anyway, well, fucking whenever that whole topic gets brought up, like, y'all keep your guns because you never know the government, obviously speaking the U.S. government, like, they will fuck you up. You can have all the guns you want.
Are you meaning like if you take your AR-15 against, I don't know, the American Air Force? Is that what we're saying here?
Like, yeah, but that's like there's not well thought out, shitty reasoning for your guns. Like, you never know when you need to revolt against who.
Right.
Right.
Finland?
Right.
Fucking Finland?
Canada, don't bring Finland into this.
Finland's just over there like, we're fine. It's cold over here.
Right.
We make purses. like what?
I'm glad we looked up that accent.
Oh, yeah,
it's helping
'cause now
out
we
here
can
in the
totally
episode.
master it.
Callbacks, baby.
Right.
What's your name?
How many letters are in that?
English letters or Finnish letters? How many letters do you have in Finland? 87.
It sounds like you're in the band Death Clock. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody in the... yeah, they were Norwegian, or some of them.
Totally.
Maybe.
Those are the type of people that burn churches.
That's Norway.
Yeah. Same place.
Really is up there. That area of
Bunch
Europe.
of white people.
Yeah, like, we'll burn this church down. Like,
Is that because they still believe in Thor?
no, I don't know why they do that. Honestly, though, like Finland or all of those countries, it's like, worst case scenario, what happens? We either get caught and get sent to a very nice prison,
Right.
or we burn ourselves and our wounds are treated with our free health care.
Sounds like an actually really nice place to live.
Maybe.
Right. Well, I mean, in short, fuck Finland.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Guns. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The guns. But basically, that's such a stupid, like, dumb thing to say. Like, you never know when you're going to have to revolt.
Right. Like, what, you and your neighbors? Is that what you're talking about?
Like, cool, dude. You can barely fucking cook for yourself, and but you'll have a revolution and shit.
Honestly, I'd feel better if people would just be like, "Yo, dude, could be a zombie apocalypse or any sort of
there's a
thing
better
going."
fucking
Right,
reason
so
to
it
have
could
a
be
gun.
anything,
You know,
right.
I don't know, man. I just gotta
Thanks for the
protect
follow.
myself. I gotta protect
look.
myself in my home. Like, oh, okay, cool. But they go the extreme.
Well, I mean, I get it, but I mean, it's more home protection at this point than it is, tyrannical government. Because,
Right.
like Kennan's referencing, like, come on, dude, you and the homies are not going
what I'm
against
saying,
the
like-
American United States
Yeah,
Marine
don't
Corps.
don't let that be
You're
your
gonna run
first.
through your fucking barricaded house with a tank.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. And then they'll bash
Whoops.
your skull in
Right.
and, like, onto your neighbor. Like, there it is. Like, congratulations on having 15 ARs in your
I
house.
was gonna say, guess what? Fucking, there's some extra ARs for the fucking
Right,
the
like, way to
opposing force,
resupply
right.
the boys. Yeah.
Guns for the.
Right.
Just
like-
don't
well,
let
it's
that
like
be your
what-
first
what
reason.
Anthony's saying, though, I mean, like the whole Second Amendment thing. I mean, I stand way more behind personal protection, other than
How do you
right.
guys feel about airsoft guns?
I thought airsoft
I
was
say
the
we
coolest thing.
still
in the fucking
get some
world.
and still go to the woods and try to fucking
Right.
shoot each other.
Or,
just to
you
do
know,
it.
Oh man.
go like back in the day when I was sleeping on your couch
Right.
and light me up. Yeah.
That shit was great.
I left so mad that night,
We shot him with like a paintball version of it.
and I was just like,
while he was sleeping, he was like,
I was
the
so
look on his face, dude. It was like the ugliest look I've ever seen.
And that's
like,
when
waking up from getting shot in the chest with a
Right.
airsoft gun.
Yeah, understandably, I
Oh,
guess,
yeah.
being and sleeping and shit.
Sleeping at Anthony's house like circa, I don't know, 2000 was like the most dangerous fucking thing possible.
That shit was dope though.
You're either
dude.
getting antiqued or fucking something bad was
fucking-
gonna happen to you.
Fat boy Chris got it the worst, dude.
Oh, titties, Chris?
Yeah, stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got the worst. I remember one time, dude. Fucking
Good thing you didn't go straight Gomer Pyle on you guys.
me and fucking yeah, for real though.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
hazing
He
and
was
shit.
like working like 2 jobs and going to school, and it was like he wanted to sleep for like a half hour. Dude, I was like a shitty fucking kid, dude. So he wanted to sleep for like a little bit before he had to go to work after school, you know?
Mm.
And like dude, like me and Chris Moody and somebody else was there, but we antiqued the fuck out of him, dude, and like ran down the stairs because he got super pissed and seriously was pissed, dude. And like on
No
the
way.
very bottom step, dude, he slid on like a fucking newspaper, dude, and like fucking feet in the air, dude.
Like a
Like,
cartoon.
oh yeah, dude, landed his back on the bottom step, like in the kitchen of my fucking house, you know. Like,
Oh God! So he was
back
probably
on
just
the
like,
steps.
"Bah!"
Yeah, dude, knocked the wind out of him, dude. Like he was just, it went from like Jesus, dude. Like it was bad.
Bro, Lyle just chimed in.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Like, hey,
Lyle knows about
Oh, yeah,
how
Lyle-
shitty it would be sleeping at the crib back in the day.
Lyle also knows about smoking up all the roaches when we were fucking sleeping too.
Yeah, he would go, dude. Lyle, to this day, dude. I know you took that $3 off my desk. I love you, dude. I know you took that money off my desk.
Because Anthony totally asked me about that the day after. Like, hey man, did you take $3 from me? And I'm like, come on, dude. You know it was Lyle. And then here we are.
like, hey, Chris, you're gonna be late for work, man. You might want to get up. Just like this with his back, and he's just like flour on his face. He's like, ah.
We used to make bread on people's face. We'd
Oh,
throw
fuck
fucking
yeah,
flour
dude.
and then water on people's face.
I didn't sleep at all anytime I stayed at your house. I waited till I went home to sleep because I knew. I fucking knew, man.
Just putting yourself under that stress. Like, just don't go to sleep. Doze off. Like, ah.
Oh, and then remember we used to play the pass out game and then Kyle Gall.
He slammed his head on the fucking.
Yeah. I think he passed out for real. Kyle Gall.
Lyle's still not admitting it. I love it.
Still not claiming that.
It's all right.
It's almost better off if it never.
Yeah.
I never get the real answer,
Right.
even though I know the real answer.
Because we can speculate. What did you do with that $3 though?
You probably spent it on fucking ports, dude.
Or snack cakes?
One of the two, you know.
Yeah. Was it honey buns or cigarettes?
He just didn't even need it. He was like, meh.
I remember Terry threw the cat at my chest.
I remember when you shoved Terry down, like over the speaker in my brother's room. You shoved him down, like, 'cause he fucking tried to boss up on you. Like he tried to Debo up on
No way.
Lyle, and Lyle
Wait.
was just like
Boy,
and shoved him
Terry
down.
tried flexing on Lyle.
Oh yeah. He always tried to do the fucking, 'cause he was older. He tried to think he could just fucking, you know, boss up on people.
Ho-hos.
Ho-hos.
So
I was
that's
like, ho.
nickel boys.
Let me get a Lucy, man.
Hey, shout out to Sammy at the Mobile when we were kids. Totally selling us cigarettes when we were 14.
And Sammy, the one with.
He's the one that touched girls and they're the little.
Yeah, Sammy.
Really? You did do that?
Dude, why do you think he got fired?
I mean, I don't know.
Selling cigarettes to
Who knows?
minors?
Dude, what about No Finger Mike, bro? This
Yeah, I'm sure-
motherfucker.
dude, I would be more inclined to believe that he got caught touching little girls.
They were all
Yeah.
touching little girls, man.
Yeah.
I think I actually got my first tobacco product from that place, and it was a cherry. It was a cherry black and mild.
You did. You did. There's no doubt you did.
One of the first.
Which is funny because the owner of that place is just really straight and narrow, and
Right.
like, you know, all the people working for
Right.
him were just fucking trash, man. Like,
It's like since they've buckled down, but
oh, they fired everybody.
I had to be a narc one time for cops when I was like 15.
Had to be or wanted to be?
I didn't want to be, but it was just like,
Yeah, let's get it straight. You didn't have to be.
I didn't have to be. But at the same time,
Do you want to talk about this?
yeah.
Hey.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
No,
I meant, like about why you would be a snitch.
Yeah, well,
How's that feel now, knowing like you were just talked into doing that? You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, back
because
then
you were
being like
definitely
15.
young and like influenceable. They
Yeah.
influenced you to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
how did
clearly
that
there
feel?
was a
Like,
conversation
right,
had
right.
at some point.
Right.
You know,
Hey, man, it was either me or them.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
what happened.
No, I was
Wait.
I was 17 because I was still a minor, but I was working. I think I was working at that liquor store in Canton back in the day. It's not there anymore, but I don't know, man. These two Canton cops and shit were like really good friends with the owner, and one of them was actually knew my dad and stuff. and they talked to my brother, and they were like, "How old is he?" Yeah. How do you like talk to your brother, see if he'd do this? He's a minor, but he looks 22. You know, to buy cigarettes.
Right.
And my brother asked me, and I was like, okay. So I did it. We went to like 6 different places. First place, I was like, what do I do? And now in hindsight, like, what do you mean? What the fuck do you do? You little fat kid. You go in there, take this $20 that we're giving you and get some cigarettes. I'm like, okay, what kind? I didn't smoke. I didn't smoke. I was like, I don't know, Marlboros. You guys gonna keep them? What do you guys smoke? Anyways, nobody sold me any besides this one place. It was like this Korean dude.
Oh yeah.
He was like, they asked for like Newports or some shit. He was like, okay. He gave me them. And I was walking out the store. I felt like I bought booze for my buddies. Like I was kind of like,
I got the stuff.
dude, they went in there, took the cigarettes, went in there. Like 5 minutes later, they came back out. I'm like, what happened? They're like, oh, we wrote them a ticket for $500. I'm like, oh, all right. And then at the end of it, they're like, here you go. Here's your for helping us out. They gave me a fucking $30 gift card to Applebee's, dude.
What?
Dude,
I was like,
that's the equivalent
I'm
of giving you a
Applebee's,
bag of
dude.
trash. You
And
know
this
what
is
I'm saying?
before the 2 for $20 too, dog. Like,
Right.
they didn't have that shit.
That 30 probably got you a steak, maybe.
The age ago steak.
Dude,
I-
just the fact that they gave you a gift card alone instead of cash. Like,
Right.
that is weird.
No,
Like, I like
I don't like that.
what up on those cigarettes?
Right.
Like,
For real.
so are Applebee's the ones that are in on the scenario?
It's a big conspiracy.
Right.
Applebee's is trying to like defund the tobacco industry. Oh
Serious
man,
shit going on.
there's totally probably some truth behind all of that. Yeah, and we'll just hand out gift cards.
Also, we can sell our $2 margaritas or whatever.
get them hooked on the our apps.
Cigarettes can't be worse than you.
Endless
Applebee's.
fucking ribs. Like
Worse for
ugh.
you, rather.
Apple Tuesdays or whatever. Tuesdays appetizer half off.
Apple Tuesdays, is that what it is?
Apple
Tuesdays?
Tuesdays or something. I don't know. I
Do you-
made that up.
Do you work for their marketing department? Because that was
I made that up. It was good. They
that was
should just
good.
have that.
That was
Right.
good, man.
Happy Tuesdays.
Apple Tuesdays at Applebee's. Like, man,
I'm so
fuck.
used to passing you blunts, dude. Sorry.
Dude, you know what? And I'm so used to you passing me blunts, and the fact that we can't do this for like another 6 to 10 months, it's depressing.
Yeah. How long? How many months is it? Really? 6 or 10?
We're going. We could call this March because it is. So we're gonna go April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 8 months.
And some change.
And a couple days or whatever. So sometime around Thanksgiving, we get to have a Thanksgiving L trice,
You should just wait till Thanksgiving, dude, and just fucking
or just never smoke weed again.
Right. Yeah, you should
One
just
or
do
the
that,
other.
yeah. Actually, you should really just do that.
Yeah,
real.
probably.
It's nice, but I definitely
Well,
depend on it.
It's
in
definitely
few ways.
the weed that maybe make all those bad decisions. It's totally the weed.
Right, definitely not. But
Right, definitely not.
I have different reasons of why I would, if I was in your position, I would consider just stopping.
What,
My-
just
my reasons
becoming
are different.
like to abstain from drug use?
No, not that wouldn't be the reason. Just because I just feel like I have bad habits when I don't know, I just smoke weed all night and fucking eat bullshit. So
I'm not gonna sit here
I
and
have a hard
pretend
time
like
not doing that. So
quality of life probably, I guess not physically but health wise, yeah, it's better. It is, not smoking all that tobacco paper. I mean, I still smoke cigarettes. Not gonna say like I don't exercise. Like let's not. I don't drink enough water. Like, but I don't smoke weed. Like,
healthier.
that's why I'm better than both of you. So but Kennan's the OP over here, 100%.
The OP, what's that?
Oh, you're the OP, bro, because you got 18 months sober time up top. That shit is fucking awesome.
Thank you. What does OP mean?
What
Are you
is,
down with OPP? Is that
do,
what?
do you know me? I don't
Those
know.
are
I always see OP means
Right.
like better.
OP means
Yeah.
yeah. If you're like it means like overpowered. So like if you're like
Yeah,
Do I feel overpowered?
like
Yeah.
the strongest,
like you have big dick energy.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Because I'm sober?
right.
Yeah.
Like the strongest weapon in a video game is OP.
OP?
Like,
Yeah.
right. Like the Debo.
Like the
of
most Indian taxi driver is
Right.
OP.
Why? Because he lives in America now? and all of his buddies are. Anyways,
You're the most.
I don't know
Because you're the
gonna-
most sober.
Right.
So you're the most. So you're OP.
I don't know. I can't. Well, I can't escape anymore. No, I can't go into that little sub reality. I don't know, man. I've never thought about that being sober. Is like I feel fucking strong or like stronger than people or some
Do
shit.
you remember back in the day when kids were straight edge? Remember
Yeah.
that? Like, and they didn't even really know what it meant to be not straight edge.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I had 2 bottles of Boone's Farm, and I'm never gonna fucking drink again. You know, it's like you gotta be a fuck. Like, and I'm not gatekeeping. I'm being an addict. I'm not. You know, but. Like, you're no way at 17 years old are you like sober for life, dog.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like,
Or
Tanner, my
the
fucking
opposite of
body.
like I had a problem like at like like you're saying
Oh, no,
got too
I
drunk
I
once
get
at
what
a
you mean.
party
Yeah,
at
yeah.
17.
Right. But if you did get drunk once at that party and, you know, you were in your minivan and killed a family of 4, I
Well,
could
yeah.
totally see where
Yeah.
you're like, this is bad. But, I mean, like, dude, there's a fine line between having a good time and full-blown addict, you know?
Some people just want other people to think that they're suffering and shit.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, yeah, actually, feel sorry for me, bro. Like,
yeah.
donate to my GoFundMe.
Like a fucking, I was
I think
going
I'm
down the
done,
wrong
dude.
path.
Like I
Dude,
think I'm done.
You
with
remember
life.
that show you did, fucking where I pushed LB into your mom, but the guy throwing the show was like totally a heroin addict, and
Yeah,
all the money he
yeah,
raised for
yeah.
Katrina was like for his, you know, dope.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
those type of fucking people.
Right.
What the fuck was that kid's name?
You know Straight Edge John.
Straight Edge John.
Oh.
That's why it resignated.
Right.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
probably,
Half the
whatever his
Battle or
name is.
whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. his
Moorbach?
name is. Yeah.
I don't remember what the show name was. I just remember that Anthony told me where all the show money went after, and I was like, dude. Like, hey.
Yeah. Up his nose.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to Straight Edge John, whatever basement you're in right now.
Good for him. Nah, man. I don't know. Feels good
Oh,
to be
no,
sober and shit, but
I mean, that's something that not many people can do is sustain it, because you can have gaps of sober time all you want, but to live that life every day, like, that's a commitment, 100%, man.
you know what the biggest fucking thing is, or like the best way to go about it?
Sure.
Just fucking don't do it.
All right. I mean,
Just don't even think about
just
it.
don't pick it up. Like,
It's not even. Doesn't even have to be substance or fucking like chemicals and shit or fucking. Just like you don't want to do it. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking tough because you built that habit or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
With anything, it's just like, don't fucking do it.
I think
wanna-
if you just focus hard enough on building a new habit, like a healthier habit,
Yeah,
that like you should
something
seriously
like you.
might not need to fill that
Something you
void,
always talked
depending
about.
on your dependency.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you have any like new hobbies? Like, I mean, serious question. Like, is there something that you've taken to actually replace, you know, that things, you know, putting something in your hands to keep you busy?
Fuck, man. I'm more of like an introvert kind of person. I don't go fucking hiking and shit. That's not my thing now. I like doing that. I mean, yeah. Being an introvert, man. It's whatever. Fucking find new music, listen to new music, fucking read shit, books, whatever, on the phone. And it's just different articles. Strengthen that brain. And
Sure.
this is dope as shit.
Having
doing
an
this.
outlet
Because this
for it.
is like something that we always talked about like years ago, but I like would always be fucked up like, bro, fucking just gonna do it.
Right.
But
But
you're
you
so fucked up all the time.
never
you
had
do
the
it.
tools to
Right.
actually do it, or, you know, cognitive thought. Like,
Yeah,
actually
man.
sit down and do it.
Fucking just whatever it is. You don't want to be in a shitty relationship. Peace. You don't want to be fat. Fucking don't eat like shit.
Right.
Don't
It's
wanna-
obviously hard, like, you know, easier said than done. But
Well, at this point, is it easier at this point?
for me personally,
Yes, it's having this much time behind you.
I don't. Kinda, yeah. I
Okay.
don't even think about the time. Just fucking.
Right. Yeah. You don't got a running clock or anything like that.
No.
That probably makes it easier too. You're not thinking about, you know, this is day number 1400. Like, you know, this is Tuesday.
Early on, that shit's kind of big, you know.
Was for me.
Yeah.
It was
Early
Like,
on,
getting
yeah.
that first 30, 60, 90. Like, oh,
It's
man.
that motivation. I think that's why there's so many fucking people that are like, "Oh, got my chip." It's more like motivation, like, "Yo, you made it this far, you fucking asshole."
Isn't it weird when you figure out the person that's been sabotaging your whole life is you? Yeah.
Yes.
No, dude.
I mean, I don't know. Weird. I wasn't surprised. It wasn't like Scooby Doo. I was took the
That's
mask
like that
off.
Spider-Man meme where he's pointing at himself, you know, and I was just like, damn, like, this whole time it was me.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my drug dealers though for keeping it going. You know.
Fucking house got foreclosed. Like, damn, man.
How did this happen? Like,
Brett's in this bitch.
he just linked something.
He said play Roblox.
Fuck the ops. Big dick energy over 9,000.
That's you.
Brett's the man. The milkman.
Fucking Lyle though. Totally stole that $3.
And then he bailed.
Right.
Brett.
Can't be playing that stuff on the podcast, Brett. It'll get flagged.
Right. They'll demonetize our channel because we totally get paid to
Fucking
do
idiot.
this.
Yo, man, speaking
Sponsored
of
by
fucking,
Red Bull. Yes.
Speaking of fucking getting cigarettes and ID and shit, you got fucking ID for a lottery ticket?
Yeah, I mean, I get
Yeah,
ID'd.
you were
I get
talking
IDs
about that
for
earlier.
fucking everything. So I mean, I probably will forever get ID'd for everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get harassed. I've gotten told that my ID is fake.
I'm sure anytime you go to a bar, it's just a fucking headache, right?
Well, bars generally don't have problems. It's the liquor stores and the gas stations. People that are
Fair enough.
old,
Fair enough.
generally older people. I want to say, you know, it's
And they
like,
think you're straight up just trying to get booze, and when you're
Yeah,
20
I mean-
fucking 5 years old.
yeah, I mean, it's just how it goes, man. Like every single time, every experience I've had with somebody like really harassing me
Sure.
by in liquor stores and gas stations, you know.
you just don't even want
and
to
it's
do
just
it at this
fucking-
point.
It's trash, yeah.
Right.
It's just
What about at the grocery store? Like, say you go to a Myers and try to buy beer, same headache.
no.
Don't you
No.
have to present it no
I
matter
mean-
what though?
Well, yeah,
do.
but I'm just saying, you know, they don't
People
really
give 'em
fucking
shit.
interrogate you at like the Myers, do they?
No,
It's just
no.
like 90 works for me.
Same, yeah.
Here's your
same,
beer.
Yeah,
Like,
same shit, same bullshit, you know.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. You know, there's so many scenarios where fucking white privilege is just fucking handed to me and I deal with that shit. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I can't say that like that shit just doesn't happen. It fucking happens a lot and I just what do I, you know, what do I want to I'm just a person, you know what I mean? Like I'm just here fucking doing my shit, but like
Right.
there are scenarios where I'm like, damn, like that was just like that, like.
Sure.
But then there's scenarios where it's like opposite, where someone's just harassing me about my age or something.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you ever feel
It's
like you
just
get
like-
discriminated
No.
because you're fucking white?
No,
That's fair.
no, it's never a discrimination thing. It's more just a frustration thing because it's age. Like,
Oh, okay.
and it's like, and I'm
age
just,
bias,
yeah, and
straight
it's
the
like,
fuck up.
I mean, like, I honestly, like, yeah, I'm forever gonna look fucking young, whatever. It's just, it's an annoying hassle. It ain't shit to me.
Right.
But yeah, there are generalized, you know, things going on there where it's like, you know, above like the race situation,
Sure.
like fucking, yeah, I get harassed on
Well,
my
I'm
age.
sure it
often.
just gives someone an excuse to give you a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, say they feel a certain type of way about, you know, the Caucasian race, you know, because usually these people's at liquor stores and gas stations, not really ran by too many white people. They're not, you know. So, I mean, they may feel a certain type of way. They might, you know. It's like I'm making a generalization myself, you know,
For
but
sure.
but still, I mean, it's like
Uh,
if someone felt that way, I'm sure they would take any chance they get to pick on someone. But then, but like what Ken,
backlash, you know,
Sure.
backlash just causes fucking
and
then this, you know.
oh, absolutely.
So
And
it's just
even
like-
with like what Kenan was saying too, like I mean, I'm sure people are terrified about getting caught by the police selling to a minor as well. So, you know, somebody in that position, I could see it, but I mean, to you, yeah, it's fucking old at this point. You know, it's like you are sick of getting fucking, you know, you're old enough to buy booze. You know, like that.
Right. I had the same issue, but like I don't know. I stopped caring long ago, to be
Dude,
honest.
getting
Like I
carded
used to
for
care. but
cigarettes
it's like,
is
I don't.
such
just
a
I
headache.
accepted it. I'm just. eh.
It's not a huge thing. and
Right, I know what
I'm
you're
not,
saying
like-
though.
not,
Sometimes
like-
it is just like fucking hey, dude.
Yeah, I'm not like fucking dwelling on it. It's something that like it happens, and I can't disacknowledge the fact that like I'm spending extra time sitting here arguing my ID
Right.
is real to
If
somebody.
you think about the amount of time you've had, like, just
Hey,
doing
yeah,
that.
there's
getting
been
that
there's
stuff.
been more than one time I've accidentally went to the same gas station, and me and the dude had the same interaction,
Sure.
and he's like fucking telling me my ID's fake,
Right.
and
And
it's just like
it's
I'm like at this point like why I was just like giving my shit back. I'm just gonna leave.
I'm gonna go
and-
somewhere else now. Thank
Ah.
you. Yeah. No, absolutely.
But it's just
I could see where that would be fucking irritating.
it's a full circle type thing, you know what I
Right.
mean? So it's just like to give the energy into the situation is not worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Having to explain to somebody you are who you are, like
Man,
yeah,
that
that's
shit's fucking
it's
weird.
like, it's like who are you, TSA?
It's
Like
fucking- yeah, for over a
fuck
blunt
out of my
over a
life.
blunt wrap too. Like
Right.
I'm trying to get my blunt wrap, smoke and leave. Like
Yeah.
this is weird.
it's like
Like,
you
you
are
guys still ID for this shit?
putting way too many
Right.
steps into me getting this swisher, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
There's been times where like that's been a hassle. Fucking trying to get a blunt wrap.
Like, you're really gonna make
Just
me
like-
drive to another gas station? Like,
Dude,
it's
like,
just
yeah.
fucking, dude.
Oh man, like when I want to get cigarettes, sometimes like I'll leave my phone in the car and I put my ID in my phone case, and when they're like
Right.
ID, I'm like, you're really gonna make me walk
Right.
back out to my car
Right.
to get my ID?
But
Wait,
You're like, yup.
they're like, sure am. I'm like, all right. I hate those people.
Let me
but
get
I
your
get
fucking
it.
ID, buddy.
Right. Like, are you old enough to sell these cigarettes? The guy's clearly a 50-year-old Indian man. I was like, I don't care. Yeah.
But like I said, man, it's a full circle kind of bullshit deal. So
Right.
putting the energy into that fucking thing, fuck that.
Well, I can
I
see where it would take it out of you.
trying
Like
to-
well, it's an anxiety thing
It's-
too. It,
Yeah,
it
I
really
mean,
is.
What the fuck? Like I just
Yeah, you're
I'm
like,
just
I'm
out
sorry,
here
I
struggling,
look like I'm
yeah,
19 forever.
What the
but,
fuck,
You know,
you
it's
know?
like, I'm sorry.
He's
Like, shut
fucking-
the fuck up.
I don't know. That's what it is, kind of deal.
Absolutely, it's one of those mysteries of the universe. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm still gonna find my way to get swishers and smoke blunts.
And you should as an American. You know.
Exactly. There was one scenario where I didn't have my ID recently, actually, and I was frustrated. Came out of the gas station bitching.
Yeah.
There's a dude walking in, full fucking Ford get up. I was like, dude in there won't sell me a blunt wrap. Can you please go in there and grab it? He went in there and fucking snagged it up for me. And then I just like felt like community, like fucking.
Shout out to
I
the
was like,
UAW.
yeah, fucking shout out to
Absolutely.
Ford. I'm sure I've said this fucking whole story. That's why I'm just like running it. But it's just like right then and there
I like
was
this
like,
story. First of all.
no, he hooked it up, and that dude was fucking a part of a situation that was small, but to me meant more than what he was doing when he was buying me
I
those.
think that falls in that line of sense of humanity. You
Yeah.
know, absolutely. Just seeing somebody that has no reason to be struggling at this point, but they are. Like, you couldn't get your blunt wrap, and that guy was like,
Right.
"I'm gonna help this nigga out."
Right.
You know what I'm
He, had,
saying?
he had no reason. Like I'm just
Right. Like, he's never met this guy ever, but he's like, you know what? Today's your day, pal.
all right.
I got you. You know. And people like that are the reason I haven't hung myself. You know, absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out to people helping each
Yeah.
other.
Shout out to humans. You know. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Out here trying to smoke blunts in peace
Oh, and
with everybody, you
it's,
know.
it's your God-given right. You know?
Eventually, one day.
How about Hash Bash coming up soon, bruh? Huh?
Yeah, fuck
Oh, yeah.
that.
Be the first time I don't go. Yeah.
I won't go. I'm not going.
Have
dude.
you
I
ever
won't.
been?
Yeah, I went once just to see what it was about, and I.
What was your, thinking
It's-
behind it?
chaos?
It really is, and there's very little corralling of people,
It's just like a huge crowd of people trying to smoke in.
and they
one
all
area.
smell like shit.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
All they're like
Oh, yeah.
crowding around like a wave. But it's
like you
it's
said,
the bash
though,
of hashes.
The idea of it was cool, especially before weed was legal, because it
Uh-huh.
was just people getting high as shit, and cops were like, "Hey, you can't arrest them all." Like, and they just
This
let
year's
it
gonna
go.
be huge, probably, man. It's gonna take over the whole city.
I can't wait till next year though, because it'll be 420. You know what I'm saying? It's literally
Oh,
April 2020.
eat.
Because I'm, stoner at heart forever. Absolutely.
Where's the hash bash?
It's in Union Square at University of Michigan, downtown Ann Arbor.
Oh.
Yeah. Right in front of the library. Funny you say that, because the Juggalos, right? I went to it wasn't Hash Bash, it was the Cannabis Cup out in Mayo, and guess who was there? The
Nice.
fucking Juggalos with Mike Jones, oddly enough.
What
Yeah.
was that? The first one they did?
That was the one they just did over the summer
Oh,
in,
it is?
gosh, I think it was
Where is-
August. Yeah.
They had ICP there.
ICP was there. Yeah, they were the frontliners, and who opened for him was Mike Jones, the rapper. Like it was, I was so
That's
high out of my
weird.
fucking mind.
That's
on
weird.
Not just weed at the time, so
Yeah.
Would have been a
Yeah.
good time.
your boy had a drug problem. So yeah. But the show was great from what I remember. Absolutely. But there was lots of juggalos and juggalettes,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you will. Overweight, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Juggalettes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Labeled
Just
completely.
swinging Faygo bottles around,
Fuck
the
yeah.
cotton candy and the absurd flavors that rot your teeth. Like,
Would you ever date a juggalo?
I hope not, because that's the male version.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I-
Whatever. Would you ever either? Really?
Would you date men?
I'm saying if my girl started listening to ICP, I wouldn't break up with her.
Right.
You're a bigger man than me. That's for sure.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I
The
wouldn't be too bummed.
The minute that started playing in my house would be the last day she lived there. What about Twisted?
Oh no.
I've never listened to any of this shit. I have
Just
no idea
know
what
what
it
it
sounds
is,
like.
right?
Yeah. I know they got a funny show on Showtime or whatever though, where they watch movies and they make fun of them. The shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude, they're actually funny. Really.
Fucking Brett. Yeah, dude, they're funny as hell as people, that's for sure. I guess, I don't know. You just have preconceived notions about their fans, for sure, because you've
Right.
met them,
Right.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, yeah. What is a juggalo? Shit's dope.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
Oh, absolutely. Moving on. Oh, yeah.
juggalos and shit. I don't give a shit what the fuck you listen to. If we're dating, we're dating.
Right.
Because that'd fucking suck if I put on some goddamn
Godsmack.
John Coltrane. She's like, what the fuck is this guy? That's when I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
All right.
This is just not going to work. But no. I'm not gonna
What if she was big into country music?
don't give a fuck, I guess.
Ugh.
I mean, I don't know. It's not like somebody, like one of my friends
Like
set me up on a blind date and I sat down and was like, you listen to country music? Like, I have to get that out of the way.
Oh, that's actually the first question I asked. Because I gotta know if I can actually tolerate this person.
It'd be funny if she invited you, or like this first date was like at some fucking,
We're going to Wild Horses or something like that.
nah, that was just like a fucking
Or Faster Horses. I'm sorry.
wild horses. Some like redneck.
That's how much I
establishment.
know about fucking country music right there.
I guess it just depends on if that matters to you.
Yeah.
Depends on how big her titties are, Yeah.
You hate all country music, even like old
I-
country music.
I don't.
all-
No.
Yeah.
I'm just as a rule.
Just as a-
I
as
hate
a-
it.
I don't
yeah.
hate it all, but I also
Jeez.
don't just sit around and jam. Like
Right.
even the good stuff, too. Like you
Like,
know
I
what I
like
mean? Like
good old Willie Nelson. I like some Willie. That's for sure. And Dolly Parton, if you will. I like that one.
No.
No, I by default I've heard plenty of country music. I just don't choose to listen to it.
Oh yeah.
Not a fan. But I'll listen to mumble rap all day because that's substantially better music.
How do you feel about like heavy bass music, like dubstep?
In just like country music in small quantities, I do like it.
Yeah.
It's like especially when the time everyone liked dubstep. Probably 5 years ago or so. Like Skrillex and all that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I didn't give it a chance, but it's not something I exclusively listen to. But I don't know. I do like world music. Like I was telling you, like Odessa, like shit like that. Like lots of different instruments involved and different vocal samplings. Like I do like that type of music. Like electronic music, if you will.
The fucking the dubstep shit.
I do like some dubstep.
The womps.
Wah 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 wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's all right.
How do you feel about Ken?
About
Dubstep?
Jesus. No, it's not me, man. It's not for me. I don't. Sometimes when that shit's on and I hear it, I just always ask myself, like, I don't fucking get it. Like, what the? I don't know. Maybe it's just.
There's some cool like rhythms.
Yeah.
Going on with it, but it's just like, I just always think of like just like tone choices and shit. So like, I don't know, like it's just like making noises out of like sirens and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like making melodies and stuff out of
There's-
that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
there's
like,
Playing
weird,
with the
like,
keyboard,
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much. Like
There's-
first time you've
yeah.
ever used it.
Right.
Like, na-na-na-na.
There's definitely been times where like
I'm not saying it's not
song
like
be
a lot of
on.
thought put into it, but it's just like, I don't know. Why would you? I don't know, why is it like?
Why did you put this one?
Why are these tones like the set kind of like base for like what dubstep is?
I think
you know what
dubstep's cool for montages.
And there's
Oh,
always
yeah.
that.
For sure.
There's always like some fucking clip of some chick screaming too, dude. Like there's always. It's not a dubstep song unless there's some like, like soundbite of somebody screaming or
Yeah.
something. I don't know what that's about, but
There's been some head bobbers that I've heard before. Just the beat. Like I don't even think about it. It's like
Right. You could give a shit the genre. You're like, this song sounds okay.
mm,
yeah, I'm not gonna go to a fucking festival or some shit like that. But
I was gonna ask you if you want to go to a dubstep festival with me. Maybe.
No.
Like, is that because you don't like
3
me
days
or
worth.
you don't like the music?
Which one do you want to hear first? No. No, man. I don't know.
That's rough.
Festivals and shit.
That's rough.
I got no fucking reason to be there.
You ever been to Demph?
Nah.
Good old Demph.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, me neither. Not fucking once. Those are also people I really can't tolerate. I put the techno people in the same, phylum as the juggalos. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
They having fun. Whatever, man. That's them.
Oh, I just, I'm the first person to hate something. Yeah.
What is it? I hate it.
Yeah. What's your opinions on this, Anthony?
I just said them really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the woman screaming. Stuff.
That's it.
There's always that air horn too.
Wah wah wah.
Yeah. That's it.
It's like being at a hockey game. First intermission.
Huh.
So we're about to set up the TV with the capture card, and you guys about to do UFC, right?
I mean,
I'm just-
dude, you should just set it up where it's on the green screen behind us.
Right.
And we have to watch in front of us to actually
Right.
play it.
Right.
It's just hard as
Right.
fuck because there's a delay.
Right.
I'm trying to play that fight night, dog. Roy Jones.
Shit.
Shit.
I don't even have fight night.
Well, you should fucking go get it.
Is there a new fight night or something?
I don't know.
Right.
I'm talking about fight night round 3, baby.
Right.
It was new at one point.
Right. Everything was new at one point, Anthony.
Oh fuck, that helps.
So it's good.
Shit. What are we at time wise here? Cause I don't know. We're like 147.
That's what's up.
You guys got anything else you want to talk about?
Shit, man. I'll talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, man. Because I'm just that guy.
Oh yeah.
Not too much going on. Just fucking. This has been dope, and just doing that shit with him once a week. Trying to do it once a week. Killing it.
It's my
Right.
first time doing it, and I thought this shit's tight. I've been wanting to do this for a minute.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's always fun.
Lyle, you see what Lyle said, dude?
Oh,
That shit was hilarious, dude.
Squeeze.
Remember when fucking LB knocked that fucking weed out of all that weed that you scraped up, all that resin and shit. You like Lyle scraped up all this weed and shit, like to smoke a tiny little bowl, and like LB knocked it over.
It's like on purpose.
Yeah, like purposely knocked
really?
it.
On
Yeah,
purpose?
Yeah, and then then Lyle beat him up.
No way.
Yeah.
Fucking Lyle, man.
That's justifiable, right?
It is, because, you know, Lyle worked super hard to get that bowl. Like, went to every pipe in the house, cleaned it out. You know,
He was like looking. Can't remember if it was to me or to Dan, but LB after he got beat up, he was just like, "I thought we were fucking boys, dude. You didn't help me." Like,
dude, you remember that time I was sitting in Dan's room and Jimmy came in there and just started thumping on my head?
Yeah.
Didn't even spill my
it's like,
beer.
wow, dude, really? You're just gonna come up and
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
because
like-
he thought I stole some weed or
Right.
something like that. Like, dude, I ain't never
It's
stole
disrespectful
a
as
goddamn
fuck,
thing
dude.
in my life. Look at it.
I mean, aside from fucking punching you several times, that's
Right.
disrespectful as fuck to like me and like.
Oh yeah,
shit,
it's like this is
coming up
not
in
the
my house and
venue
doing
to
that,
do
right?
this. Like, yeah, but he's all strung out on the bars, so
Oh, yeah.
you know. I shouldn't even say that. He just fixed my fucking headlights and a bunch of shit on my car.
Right, well, this was back in the day too, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
We have a fucking YouTube channel now for
yeah.
a podcast and a podcast name, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna pick a name, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna
what
go
is
with
it?
the
We're going
know
for 3 for all.
no Rogan experience? Is that
No
happen?
Rogan experience. Yeah, but yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything going on.
I got a bunch of breathalyzers coming up for St. Patrick's Day for the city of Westland. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 7:00 in the morning.
So we could like show up there and just see you and like meet you in the parking lot.
Oh,
just be
bet.
like, yo.
We can start shotgunning beers as soon as I get out of each one.
Meat man.
Meet, man.
But yeah, and then I'm picking up trash Sunday. Yeah, I'm doing that from 8:00 in the morning till 2 p.m. City of Westland. Catch me on Newburgh.
Oh, really?
Big old orange jumpsuit and a hefty bag.
Nice.
And I'll be mopping jail cells in the afternoon.
Nice.
That shit's so weird because people are still in jail in the full cells,
Right.
and you see them miserable in the cells, and you're just
Right.
like, eh.
It's even more weird when you're going in there to mop up the cell and they peed on the walls and stuff.
I've peed on those walls. I mean, like, nothing I don't know. Dude, we had to clean out the police cars one time, and one of them totally was blood splattered in the back seat.
Brutal.
And your boy Dev totally didn't touch any
I was
of
like,
that.
I'm not doing
Yeah.
any of that.
That's so cool for helping out the community. Hey, man, I just do my part that I paid for via my probation. You know, it's like I literally pay to be there. It's great. But yeah, it feels good to give back to the city that I owe absolutely nothing to.
Hell yeah. Westland.
Right back to the beginning, full circle. Westland, place to be.
Vacation here.
I would love to hear somebody go, "Hey, where are you guys going for your vacation?"
Westland, Michigan.
Oh, for real? I heard that was the place to be.
You want to shoot a fucking Westland vacation slogan video?
Dude, I swear to God, if you shoot a Westland vacation video, I will put that on my Snapchat every day.
It's just gotta be. You gotta sell why you want a vacation in Westland.
Where do you go in Westland on your vacation? Let's hear some spots.
Sportway? Is that one?
Probably. That's probably the
Just
one.
gotta wait for it to open up.
Right. Yeah. What else
our
is in
place.
Westland that is, a must see?
Just got a Gus's, you
Mi-
know that.
Yeah,
And
Mike
then chicken-
Madonna Ice Arena.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking.
I
That's
guess.
a spot, dude.
I guess. Yeah.
Go ice skating or something.
Yeah, if it's open still,
Right.
I don't know.
Westland. It's a place to be.
The original. No, that's not there.
Westland Mall's always a great choice.
Yeah, man, they're I think they're down to like maybe 9 or 10 open stores left.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's up and coming.
Oh,
It's
right.
the number one.
Opened in the 60s and it's
Oh.
up and coming.
Trying
It's gonna take a little
Trying
time.
to sell it just doesn't work.
They're getting
Take
there.
a little time.
They're getting there. Fuck, what else is in Westland that would make me want to come here? You know, my classic answer is nothing, but Slingers is in Livonia.
Yeah,
right?
Slingers is Livonia, but
sure.
it's right there, I guess.
Off of Farmington.
I don't know. You fucking come to Westland on vacation. You better get your fucking head checked.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Where'd you find the brochure at?
I guess if you're from Rwanda or something like that, you know, like some third world Somalia, and they're like, "Oh, come to Westland. We have a Red Robin." Yeah, you'd love that shit. You know what I'm saying?
If you're from Somalia and you come to Westland, the only reason you came to Westland is because the guy that got you to America is gonna be like, here's your paperwork, and your train to Chicago leaves in 4 hours.
Right.
That Westland just happened to be the meetup
Right.
spot.
Westland's the jump point.
And it's not even, it's like, you gotta go to, he's
That's
like,
like
you still
Wayne.
gotta drive to Ann Arbor to get to the train,
Yeah.
too. So
Well,
it's
no,
like
they got the Greyhound stop over there in Wayne, right at the
Yeah,
bookstore.
that's it.
Yeah. The
the
only
spot.
reason
Alright.
you know you would even stop in Wayne, like,
So the guy from Somalia is like in Westland. He's like, "This is America." Kind of upset, like.
he's like, it kind of looks like Somalia. Like he's over in Shacktown. Like, yeah, you know, we do our best around here.
Can't think of anything else more significant to go on vacation in Westland, dude. If you, there's nowhere
Well,
else.
they used to have the play place center. Well, not the play. You remember that big wooden play place that you could play on when we were kids? That
Right
shit was
by
dope.
Randy's house or
yeah,
whatever?
that shit was dope as fuck. And then they found all the lead in the wood.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you could still go there.
That's
Yeah.
so Westland.
Well, they fenced off most of that park now,
Still
so
there. It's just
right.
fence.
Oh yeah,
The
they're
fence stops
they're
it.
still taking core samples, and yeah, the lead is still fucking there. Like,
Just keep building around it. The
it's
fence-
like
the
Westland,
fence
the
stops
place
that
full
shit.
of lead. That should be the
Right.
fucking slogan of the city.
I don't know. You gonna go to the YMCA on your fucking vacation to Westland?
Where is the YMCA?
I don't know. I just assumed Westland had one somewhere.
They have
Oh, that
the
shit burned down.
they have the
90s.
they have the oh yeah.
You think
Remember they
there
had that
was
giant
one?
pool too. No, he's
Yeah.
right. There was one off of Wayne Road. Yeah.
It was like right by fucking
Right across
like
the street.
Avondale and shit.
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit.
There was a YMCA. I totally forgot about that.
Well, they fucked up by letting the dude sell that Caesarland.
I actually
Right.
agree that Westland started tanking when Caesarland closed.
Season it's a demise.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was
But-
always that Kmart that was always going out of business right across
For the
from
last
there.
30
Right,
years, it's been
right,
going out of business.
right.
And finally, it turned into a U-Haul.
Right,
Like,
right.
all right.
Is it a U-Haul now?
Yeah. They did close the fucking place, and U-Haul bought it. But
It's just like a parking lot.
U-Haul still hasn't moved in yet, though. They have all their
Right.
signage up and everything.
Right.
It's like, we're still thinking about
Right.
it. Like,
It's just a parking lot for their extra fucking.
no, but back to the Caesarland thing, though. Caesarland was only dope before they converted it over. Because remember when they had the obstacle course and all the tunnels in that fucking place?
Yeah, dude, I remember all
that's
that.
when that was cool.
It was
as
like
fuck.
underwater submarine
Yeah,
thing,
like and it was like
right.
a narrowing, like
Right.
fucking dude. That shit was cool as hell.
It was
And
tight.
now it's just an empty building, just like my heart. You
Right.
know,
I know. Now when I go there and fucking play around, everybody gives me weird looks.
right, and the police show
right.
up. Like, yeah,
Fucked up.
right. Since when is Chuck E. Cheese's policy I have to bring a kid in with me? I think
Right.
that's such a weird policy.
And I mean,
I feel like that should have been
right.
kind of. You just gonna go there?
He's like, I
Yes.
don't think you'll realize the the stakes I'll fucking go to in order to get this one beer
Right.
every.
Like, is that a challenge?
hour.
Is-
I'm gonna go steal a kid so I
Right.
can go drink one beer at Chuck E. Cheese because
and
that's all
then,
they'll let
and
me
then
drink.
I'm gonna walk out and come right back.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the age of paranoia, I
It's
guess. For
per
some people.
visit. Per visit.
You get patted down walking in. Like, all right, where's your fucking kid?
Yeah, they're patting
I
you
mean,
down for your kid.
The way you get around that too is that you just tell them you're there for a birthday party. They're like, "Oh yeah, come right in." You know, it's like, and there you are, just creeping. You know, and Chuck E. Cheese's pizza's trash, 100%.
Dude, I don't even know if I can't
It's
remember
fucking
it.
trash.
Everybody always
They were-
says that though.
They were debacled, man. They were serving recycled pizza.
You seen the
pizza
same
out
thing
there.
I
Yeah.
seen, huh? Yeah,
I've seen that shit on the
absolutely.
internet, man.
Yep, seen that YouTube
Gross.
video where none of the pizzas match up symmetrically, so it's clear that they
Right.
are
Pulling,
fucking
right.
yeah. Oh, we'll just make a full pizza when these 3 come back. Blah. Like
I mean,
that.
their bites taken out of it.
No, it's like, say, like, first of all, who doesn't finish the whole pizza?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But, like, say, you ordered a pizza and you ate 6 out of 8 slices.
I get what you're saying.
They're bringing your 2
Yeah.
back, and then they're
Yeah.
waiting for Johnny Asshole to fucking
Yeah.
bring 3 back, and then Dave in the corner, he didn't eat 2. So, now we got a full fucking pizza. You know what I'm saying? This shit's wild to me. Chuck E. Cheese is trash, bro. It's like a little kid's casino now, which I respect.
Yeah, always has been that, dude.
But
what do you mean?
they danced around it when we were
Yeah.
kids, but now it's a full-blown casino. It
Yeah.
really is.
I feel like you just. I don't know. How
Well,
is
it's
it
like
different?
like Caesarland. They had the arcade, but
Yeah.
it was smaller, and most of the things to do at Caesarland were free. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And now Chuck E. Cheese, all they have is that little corner that has, like, seriously, it's the most pathetic looking play area you ever seen, and everything is coin operated. Like, they've really shift gears. Like, there's
I
no
feel like
ball
that's how
pit
it's
or
always
anything
been,
like that.
because they've always had the section where you could spend.
Well, they
you know
don't
what I'm
have
saying,
the
your
tubes
tokens
or
whatever.
anything anymore. Like, it's
Oh.
like they've really gotten
Oh.
away from the actual playing aspect, and it's more so, hey,
Right.
you better get your mom to give you $20 fucking dollars. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I mean, yeah, I just feel
I
like
think it comes from people being like, maybe people actually realizing that ball pits are cesspools, like those tunnels don't get cleaned enough. Kids are just fucking spreading.
there
their
were
fucking
diapers in
sickness
those
everywhere,
ball
right.
pits and all that.
That's what
Like,
I'm
you
saying,
know.
immediately.
But hey, did you have fun in them?
I did, but like, I mean, I'm
did
sure
you get a communicable
I'm
fucking disease?
I'm perfectly fine, but you know what I'm saying. But
What about the warts?
we can't prove it was from that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Right. I know.
Oh, dude, you're hilarious. Fucking, but dude, it makes me so sad that that's gone. You know, it's like, even as an adult who wouldn't be allowed in these places by themselves, like, the fact that the kids I don't have can't go there makes me sad.
You'll be all right.
Will I?
You will.
Do you honestly believe that, or is it just something you're saying as a words of comfort?
I really don't care. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I really don't.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, you're probably right. Could really go for some Applebee's, though. I'll tell you that. Oh, that's what Westland has to offer. The fucking Applebee's,
Oh yeah, you could
bro.
stop at the Applebee's.
Yeah,
2 for $20, man.
absolutely.
Solid deal.
Yeah. And you could just get fucking bombed on those margaritas.
It's like $2 or something like that,
right.
dude.
You spend fucking $16 and you're definitely getting a DUI.
Oh, you
There's
could,
no way around that.
Stop by the Skateland West.
Oh, actually, it's closed.
Oh, is it really?
100%.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a fire and then they
Rip.
remodeled and then they never opened.
Rip.
Yeah. R.I.P. Skateland West.
Bummer.
Fucking Skateland.
Dude, Skateland was that jam back when we were kids, though.
Yeah.
My parents would never let me do the overnight skate thing, though. I don't know why.
I did it a few times.
Is that where you lost your virginity?
No.
Did you want to?
That's why I didn't go the third time, because I was fucking.
I like how you didn't give up.
Right.
What was
Right.
that second time?
Right. I just went. Had to go twice at least.
Yeah. Like first, maybe it was me the first
Yeah.
time.
Johnny,
Second time.
did you ever do the overnight skates?
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Definitely.
Did you ever get some tang?
You know, it was close, too. I was young as fuck.
My man, though.
What about that age's version of that? We're making
No.
out with.
Did you
chicks
get
and
like
shit?
over the
Yeah,
pants
so like
handies?
something, you know. But no, yeah, no.
Johnny, I know you were smashing hoes, dude. I know you were.
Yeah, dude.
Skateland.
Like, when I was like fucking
12.
I was young as fuck.
I know, but you still. Like,
Getting out of the car, like, all right, let's fucking do this.
your mom picks you up in the morning. You're just reeking a pussy. Like, you're like, yeah.
Cigarettes.
12 years old, comes out with a fucking Skateland wearing like a different button-up shirt. Like,
Right. She goes, "That's not a shirt that I bought you." You're like, "Yeah." Let's go home, Mom. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The whole idea of that is just so dirty Westland, like overnight skate with a bunch of little kids just in the dark. Like,
Weird.
oh, nothing could possibly ever go wrong here. Yeah. Which is funny because probably 5 or 6 years after we got out of middle school, they had to stop those because there was a shooting.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
At Skateland?
Yeah.
West in
Yeah.
Westland?
That's what stopped the whole overnight skates.
Wow.
They didn't up their security at all. They just stopped the overnight.
Same two guys from when we were kids. Oh, this should do it. Just two of us.
Yeah, it's 2 hours though, guys.
Oh shit.
We made it.
Yeah.
It's been real, guys.
Shit was hot.
Oh, yeah. Good chats.
Made me feel good on the inside.
Yeah.
I think I want to go get something to eat because I'm hungry.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.